her she was wasting her time. Believers, they got a little more faith than the world has doubt. The earth might shake, but they stand their ground. And God only knows.
It's time now for Yellow Jacket Basketball. The Yellow Jackets are looking for a great season as Judson Smith takes over the reins as the new boys coach. And expectations are sky high for girls coach Matthew Post following last season's success. So follow along for some exciting Clinton Yellow Jacket basketball action right here on KHPQ. Tonight's game is brought to you by these fine sponsors: First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Joe Lee Chevrolet, The River Company Insurance Company, Blagg Law Firm, Davis Cash Lumber, Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ozark Health Medical Center, by Goods Cash Saver, by Joey Dobbs State Farm Insurance, and by Conway Regional Medical Center, and by all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Tonight's live video stream on YouTube and Facebook, brought to you by Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust. And the player of the game each week brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust in Clinton. Now, let's join our announcers for tonight's game. KHPQ Sports Director Jeff Hall and producer-announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for tonight's Yellow Jacket basketball action on KHPQ.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Hall. My colleague joins me. Ron Robertson is in the studio with us tonight in downtown Clinton. Laura O'Neill is our video engineer. She's got the live stream going. Matter of fact, if you anticipated a 6 o'clock tip tonight for the Clinton Senior Girls, you've been watching a live stream of the 7th grade conference championship that finished up after a full day of basketball here. Ran a little bit late. I think the East End boys defeated the Bauxite boys in the championship of that game, and so a little bonus material there for you on this Saturday night special here from Yellow Jacket Arena. You know, we've not had many Friday night or weekend contests this season. Seems like most of our home games have been midweek during the year, so maybe a good night for local folks to come out and enjoy a weekend night and watch Yellow Jacket basketball here live at home. Yellow Jackets will be taking on the Lone Oak Jackrabbits. This is a conference game. This would have been played this past Tuesday night, but due to the weather, it shut everything down. It was moved to tonight, and so it's a big one for Clinton and Lone Oak. These two teams have met once this year, and this is the second matchup. And we're just about, just a couple more weeks, the regular season after this one, and we'll head to postseason play, regional tournament, and hopefully state tournament after that. So a lot on the line, a lot to play for the Clinton Senior Girls and Senior Boys here, looking to pick up these conference wins and put them in a position for postseason play. Glad you could be with us here over the air at 92.1 FM all over North Central Arkansas, anywhere in the world on the internet at www.khpq.com. Just go to the home page, link to the live stream, or on your mobile devices, your phones or your tablets, just download the Hot Country KHPQ 92.1 FM app from your app store, and you can live stream the broadcast and all of KHPQ's programming. Well, however you tune in, we're glad you're going to join us. If you're in town, the roads are clear. It's not that cold out. Come out and join us in the arena. You'll have a good time, get a chance to see a home game here before the season comes to an end. Let's bring in Mike Hawley. Let's get you set for the tip of the Clinton and Lone Oak Senior Girls basketball game.
And Jeff said it right. Big game for both teams. Clinton Lady Yellow Jackets 8-0 in conference play, trying to stay one game ahead of Heber Springs as the season begins to wind down. And for Lone Oak, there are three teams, Pulaski Academy, Bauxite, and Lone Oak. There are three teams playing for spot number 3 and spot number 4. Remember, there is no district tournament. Only the top 4 teams in regular season move on to the regional. So a big game for Lone Oak tonight as they try to stay in the hunt for a postseason bid. Lady Yellow Jackets come in with a record of 17-6 on the year. Have not played since last Friday. They are 8-0 in conference play, all alone in first place. And they're ranked number 4 in the state of Arkansas by the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. They've won 8 straight and 13 of their last 14. They're coached by head coach Matthew Post. He's 68-22 in his third season with the Yellow Jackets. Last game out, the Jackets won a big one last Friday, 68-48 over Bauxite. Reese McDonald with 27 points, 23 in the first half. Sydney Standridge with 22, 14 in the second half for her. Jackets jumped out to a 16-0 lead, led 40-19 at the half, and cruised home with a 68-48 victory. The Jackets hit 10 3-pointers in the ball game, 4 by Reese McDonald. The last time these two teams played, December the 16th, Clinton won that one at Lone Oak by a score of 80-30. Lone Oak comes in with an even record. They're 11-11. They're 4-5 in conference play, and they are in 5th place, one game out of 3rd, trailing both PA and Bauxite. So they are still in the hunt for a regional tournament bid. They have won their last 2 games in a row until a loss last night to Lone Oak, or to Pulaski Robinson. Or check that, they have won 2 straight, including a win last night over Pulaski Robinson, 55-49. They also beat Little Rock Hall earlier in the week by a score of 45-35. And as we looked at the standings, Clinton 8-0 in conference play, Heber Springs 8-1, and then it's Bauxite 4-4, Pulaski Academy 5-4, and Lone Oak 4-5. And then everybody beyond that has pretty much been eliminated from postseason play. But it's PA, Bauxite, and Lone Oak playing for position number 3 and position number 4. And the Lady Yellow Jackets looking to stay perfect in conference play as they have an 8-0 record coming in tonight, 1 game ahead of Heber Springs. And I look across the way, what a great crowd tonight. Usually when you play a game different than the time on the original schedule or a different date than the original schedule, you never have as many fans as you would have as that game that's officially posted on the schedule. But looking across the way, Jeff Hall, a great home crowd on a Saturday night with pretty much just word of mouth and social media to get people in here. And these Lady Yellow Jackets and the Yellow Jackets have definitely brought out the crowds this year, and they're fun to watch play. Not only winning, but they play a fun brand of basketball. And hope for another big win tonight by the Lady Yellow Jackets. Coming in tonight, the 4 seniors for the Yellow Jackets have 68 wins. That ties them with the 2000 class, senior class, for the most wins in school history. A win tonight, and we'll see history as the Lady Yellow Jackets 4 seniors will become the winningest class in Clinton basketball history. Well, we're moments away. I think we're moments away from the national anthem. We'll send it back to the station. When we come back, we'll have Clinton Yellow Jacket basketball. You listen to the Jackets on Q92.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Starting lineups being introduced tonight. I talked to Coach Matthew Post before the ballgame. He said he was glad to get out of the house. He was ready for some basketball today. He's been up here anticipate all day with a tournament going on and ready for this nightcap with the senior girls. His parents are here. They're going to take some good pictures down just below to our left and get some good shots tonight. So good for Coach Post, and assisted by Tammy Hodges-Johnson. Yes. Looks at the 5 girls he'll send out to start the ballgame tonight. Look down. It'll be Reese McDonald, Katie Gifford, Kinley Keith, Abigail Parks, and Sydney Standridge, your starting 5 tonight.
I think after a great start last Friday at Bauxite, a team that was one of the preseason picks, and Jackets jumped out 16-0. Let's see what they can do here. I remember in the first game against Lone Oak, when Lone Oak was fresh, they got some athletes. They hung around the first quarter, and then Yellow Jackets press kind of took its toll on Lone Oak before long. The Jackets went on to an easy 80-30 win. But Lone Oak is probably playing as good as they have all year. We're coming in this game on a 2-game winning streak. And they're 11-11 on the season. And their team is relatively young. Not many seniors on that Lone Oak basketball team.
And it's loud in the arena. You may can hear us better than we can hear ourselves at the moment coming over there. Public address, Brian Henderson announcing that starting lineup. I think I see Miranda Widener at the scorer's table tonight. Jason Lynch is there. Be keeping track of all things tonight. I did see Sydney Standridge's mom. I saw Lacey. So the girls did get in some basketball practice, I guess, along with the boys maybe over the last couple of days, and able to venture out and at least get some work inside the gym. Didn't miss all the week, although school was out. So they hadn't had too long a layoff then, I guess we'll say.
Been a long day of basketball here at the arena. Started at 9 o'clock this morning with a couple of junior high games, and then 7th grade conference tournament started at 10, just finished at about 6:15, 6:20, and now set up for 2 conference games here tonight with Lone Oak. So Coach Post loves wall-to-wall basketball. He got it today.
Well, here we go. Katie Gifford's going to jump center for the Lady Yellow Jackets. The officials will secure the basketball.
I think they might have thrown the boys' ball out there.
There we go. Clinton cheerleaders are here, just down to our right in the end zone. Student section tonight here for the Yellow Jackets. They're probably glad to be here as well, maybe. They've been out of school all week. Get out and get to see some buddies and have some fun tonight. The ball is in the air and controlled by the Lady Jackrabbits. First possession of the ball game across midcourt. McDonald defending at the top along with Parks. Keith, City Standards comes out, pulled out. Nobody in the lane. Going to drive. Lone Oak up. Shot won't go. Foul call. 2 free throws upcoming for the Jackrabbits to the line. I don't know if I have a number 2.
They're very athletic. They functioned pretty well in that first game against man-to-man defense, just using their athleticism, trying to drive and get into the basket.
He said Kamaya Easter. Sounded like what he said. I'm not sure.
I get Demaya Eason.
Demaya Eason. She gets the first, and the second is in the air. And it drops through as well. So an early 2-point lead for Lone Oak. Quickly inbound the ball. Standards to Reese McDonald, or Reese will get across midcourt. Into the corner. Abigail Parks. She's open for the 3. It's up. This one won't go, but the rebound by Kinley Keith. The putback off the glass. Good. Clinton answers, and we're tied at 2.
You know, Kinley's got off probably the last half dozen games, has really got off quickly on offense, scoring in the first quarter, and she scores here on a putback.
Lone Oak puts up a 3. It won't go. Reese McDonald comes away with it. Ahead to Standards. She's going to drive. Oh, slide to the left in front of a defender and score easily. Sydney Standards.
I don't know what it is, but that was the Euro step. You're watching at home. They talk about the NBA, the Euro step. That was it. I can't describe it.
Didn't have it back in the day. However they do it now. 4-2, the Yellow Jacket lead. A minute in the ball game. Going to drive the lane. Shot up and good. A runner in the lane. We're tied at 4. So both teams scoring on their opening possessions. McDonald's already back across midcourt. Looks at this Jackrabbit zone. And she's going to chase it back down near midcourt. It's going to be a backcourt violation. A pass was a little hot coming back from the corner. And Reese tried to catch up with it, but couldn't. Turnover for the Yellow Jackets. Talk about Reese McDonald bringing the ball up. I think it was talking to Coach Post after that ball game against Bauxite. He said, I think they started out really keen on Abigail Parks, that hot streak she's had of shooting 3-pointers. They kind of laid off Reese McDonald again, and he said, I'm not sure you want to do that if you're the opposing team. Well, Reese comes away with 27 points, and she was fantastic early offensively for the Yellow Jackets. So you give Reese some space, and she can make you pay defensively.
Well, Bauxite had been seeing those films. They really keyed their defense against Abigail Parks and decided not to guard the two-time All-Stater, and she had 23 points in the first half.
And Clinton's going to steal it away down the floor. McDonald to Parks, and Abigail gets 2 off the glass. 6-4 is the lead. All shots inside the lane into the basket for the Yellow Jackets thus far. Lonoke across midcourt. All 5 girls behind the three-point line. They're not going to post up in the offense they're running. They will try to, if they spread the defense out far enough, it looks like they can find a gap. They want to try to drive. That's how they've been successful here. They go again into the lane, put it up. This one won't go. Rebound, Katie Gifford. Quickly to McDonald. Reese ahead to Kinley Keith. She's on the right side of the floor. Pass in the lane to Standish. She catches, steps, shoots, and scores. Sydney Standish for her second field goal. It's 8-4 with 5:40 to go in the first.
Once again, that's that secondary fast break. They've stopped the original fast break, and then Sydney comes as the trailer coming right down the middle of the lane. Kinley drops it inside to her. But there's the fast break, and there's the secondary break, and that's what that was.
Lowe's going to drive the baseline, pull up, jumper from about 13 feet. Won't go, but a rebound put back, blocked by Gifford. And Sydney Standridge has it. Quickly off to McDonald. Down the floor across midcourt. Defense first. She's going to drive fast in the lane, beat everybody, split them, and score. 10-4 on Reese's first basket of the game.
4 different players have scored. The Jackets have 10 points. And Lonoke made a conscious decision to get back down the floor as quick as they could, and Reese still got down the floor and got a layup. It's another one of these teams that are so concerned about Clinton running the fast break that they shoot it and they get back as quick as they can, and still didn't help them there.
Lonoke on the drive, catch in the lane, couple defenders, split them, score, and fouled. Going to the free throw line, a chance at a three-point play. Lonoke at the line. Starting to say Lonoke, traditional purple and white. Is that a deep purple or is that a black that they're wearing?
It's hard to tell.
It's
Riverview does something like that also. They're purple and gray.
So the dark uniforms for Lonoke, the home white trimmed in gold. If you're watching on the live stream, KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. Pass inside, outside. Parks is open for the three. This one won't go off the rim. Knocked out of bounds by Lonoke, I believe. Keep it with the Yellow Jackets.
We might need to let our viewers decide. You can comment in the comment section below the picture. Is that black or is that purple?
That may go viral and be an internet sensation. Quickly, in and out off the inbounds play, but Parks is picked up in the lane. In the corner, she won't get the shot off, so they'll work it around. Quick ball movement. Back to Abigail. This time she's open on the wing. Shot is up and good. And that's her first three-point field goal of the night. 13-6.
It was right after that Lonoke game when Abigail really started getting in that groove and that stretch where she's knocked down a lot of threes.
Putting a man-to-man defense. And Reese McDonald's going to steal it away. Get down the floor. Defender's trying to catch up. She's on the right side. Off the glass. Good. A couple of layups for McDonald. 15-6. Lonoke wants a timeout. There's 3:47 remaining in the first quarter. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatment. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Well, the Yellow Jackets off to another fast start. They lead 15-6 here halfway through the first quarter of this one over Lonoke. Jackrabbits have the basketball.
Inbound on the left side. Katie Gifford defending. Back out high. Keith there as well. Gonna sag a little bit. Let her defender come to her. Pull up behind the three-point line. Shot won't go. Kinley with the rebound. Off to Reese McDonald. They head down the floor to Parks. Catch, step, three-point line. Shot won't go off the rim. Chase it down on the sideline. Lonoke comes away with it.
If you watch that last series, Lonoke shot a outside jumper, and all 5 players ran toward the backcourt. Not one rebounder. They are so concerned. It reminds me of Pulaski Academy, so concerned about not giving up a fast break and, giving up any chance to get in the rebounds.
Ball gets loose in the lane. Clinton comes away with it. McDonald head to Keith. She's on the run. Kinley up for 2. 17-6. The Yellow Jacket lead. Clinton's got 7 baskets in the lane, I think, and 1 3-pointer in this game. They're getting to the glass. And it looks like Gracie Linville will check in the ballgame at the next break in the action. All 5 players from Lonoke behind the three-point line. Clinton stays in the man-to-man. And Reese McDonald for another steal. She's got it across midcourt. Couple defenders. She'll beat them, put it up.
Oh!
and Reese has to get creative at the last moment to get that up over her head off the glass, and she does.
She lost the handle on the dribble and then really had a really bad angle. She knew she had to shoot it off the glass with a little bit of spin to get it to go in, and the senior did just that. And that play was much more difficult than it looked like on TV.
I think most players that wouldn't have ended well. That wouldn't have looked pretty, but boy, McDonald, she can score. And she finished well on that one. 19-6 at the Yellow Jacket lead. Here comes Linville in, Gifford out, Parks out, and so who else came in? Megan Gresham for the Yellow Jackets.
Gracie Linville.
With a minute 40 clock running here in the first quarter. And the pass stolen away. Lonoke down the floor. Ball gets away. Going to have to pull up. A couple defenders down there. Shot won't go, but a foul called. Free throws upcoming for Lonoke.
Easton really quick. Of course, that time she was fully in the passing lane to make the steal, but she's quick. She's got 4 points already tonight.
And free throw up and in. First of 2.
Kyla Rucker checks in for Lonoke.
Short on the second, off the front of the rim. Rebound hits the floor. McDonald grabs it, and she'll get it across midcourt. Linville tries to get inside to Gresham. Pass goes awry. Lonoke comes away with it. And they're back across midcourt, moving right to left if you're watching on the live stream. Clinton aggressive defensively. McDonald almost forced a turnover. Lonoke recovers just in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. Coach Matthew Post on his feet near the end of the bench. And stolen away inside by McDonald. And just as good offensively as she is, defensively as well. It's a held basketball. An alternate possession is going to go to Clinton. In for the first time tonight, senior Katie McJunkins. McJunkins in. And Gracie Linville's going to check out. So got McJunkins, McDonald, Keith, Standridge, and Gresham. Is that 4 seniors on the floor?
Yeah, all 4 seniors are on the floor right now.
Under a minute to play, 19-7 in the first quarter. Up high post to Gresham. She'll toss it back out. Cross court pass to McDonald. She's going to drive, kind of throw it behind her Standards. Sidney into the lane to 3 defenders. And foul's going to be called on Lonoke, their first of the ball game. And it looks like that's going to be on the floor, so it's a non-shooting foul with 40 seconds in the first quarter. Looks like Lonoke stressed out 9 players today. They want to substitute.
I think an injured player, the Yellow Jackets had the basketball for the inbounds, but which he normally would not stop action, but number 30 is limping off the floor. Jackets will re-inbound it and get a layup. Oh!
Reese, it's going to fall off the rim, and the rebound to Lonoke.
That might be the easiest shot she had all night.
And going the other way, inside Lonoke's foul on their shot attempt. So Lonoke's earning theirs from the free throw tonight. They're getting to the basket, drawing fouls. That's the 4th team foul on the Yellow Jackets. I guess maybe that's all 4 of those have been shooting fouls against Clinton. So Easton's back at the line.
And the first shot, her 6th free throw, number 7 coming up.
She'll miss the first. She'll have a second. She gets it, 19-8, 32 seconds. Inbound the ball, Standards to McDonald. Right hand, left hand, right hand across midcourt. Into the corner to Keith. Looks inside, not there. Back to Reese. Kinley gets it back in the corner. She's open for the three. It's up and in. Kinley Keith. I think you said it earlier. She's really had a nice shooting touch here.
Yeah, 7 points already for Kinley. We've been seeing that lately. She's been coming out in the first quarter and scoring 7 already tonight. Had a three-pointer at box site last Friday.
Under 10 seconds. First quarter. Lone Oak behind the three-point line now on the drive. Stolen away by McDonald. And she won't get a shot off, but Reese with another steal to end the first quarter. It's Clinton 22, Lone Oak 8. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
A good quarter for the Yellow Jackets. They lead 22-8 in the first quarter. Kinley Keith with 7 points. Abigail Parks with 5. Reese McDonald with 6. Sydney Standridge has 4. The Yellow Jackets have two threes here in the first quarter. Abigail Parks and Kinley Keith. Lone Oak will have it as we head into the second quarter.
Moving right to left on the live stream. Jumper from the free throw line extended. 2-pointer good. 22-10. McDonald back across midcourt. Looks at the Lone Oak zone. Pass and catch the right side. Swing it over to Linville. She's back in to start the second quarter. She, Gresham, Gifford, Keith, and McDonald. Kinley's going to drive the baseline. Toss it up high to Katie. Shot won't go. She gets her own rebound and the putback. 2 points for Katie Gifford.
Katie on the board. That gives the Yellow Jackets 5 different players that have already scored in the ball game tonight. Jackets still in that man-to-man defense, the hallmark of a Matthew Post basketball team.
Ball knocked away. Reese comes up with it. Pass ahead. Linville. Gracie catches and scores. Boy, pretty. Hit her perfectly in stride to catch that basketball, take a step, put it off the glass. 26-10.
Great pass. If you lead her too far, it goes out of bounds. If you throw it behind her, she has to stop and catch it. You don't get the fast break. That comes from repetition every day in practice, running that fast break. And hitting a moving target is easy when you practice it.
Hey, pretty 2-point jumper. That was about a 17-footer for Lone Oak. So a couple of longer field goals for Lone Oak here, 26-12.
10 points now for Eason, leading scorer for either team.
Linville whips it to McDonald in the corner. Her shot won't go. Officials say she traveled, I guess, as she tried to set her feet for the shot. Turnover. Here comes Sydney Standridge back into the ball game. Megan Gresham out. 6:26 in the second quarter. 26-12 is the Yellow Jacket lead.
You know, you watch this team run the fast break. I was down on the floor with the junior high early this morning, and, you know, they do the same thing. They look to get it out as quick as they can and get down the floor.
Shot attempt won't go. McDonald with a rebound. Cross midcourt. Defense in front of her. Quickly inside to Standridge, and contact with it as they kind of run into each other. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Sydney, and it goes to Lone Oak. Now the officials will confer. And they will say it's the Yellow Jacket basketball.
Good officiating there. The point is to get the call right so the officials get together, talk about it, and get the call correct. In fact, supervisor was here today. Their assigner, Steve Padgett, was here at the arena today.
Inbound the ball, McDonald. In and out three, won't go. Rebound, Lone Oak.
And the big boss is here tonight, Jeff Hall. I saw Lance Taylor walk in of the AAA, so everybody's boss is here tonight.
It's the mecca of Arkansas high school basketball tonight here at Yellow Jacket Arena. Shot miss. Linville with it. She's in the backcourt. She can handle the ball, get it down the floor. Over to her teammate, McDonald. They get it back to the left side. Look to the post. Not there. Long cross-court pass to McDonald. Now Reese gets it. Alone on the right side. 3-point basket. Good. McDonald. And is that going to put her in double figures or close to it?
Yeah, Reese has 9 now. Third 3 in the game for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
We talked about how she filled up the stat sheet of that win over box side offensively, defensively. She checked off all categories, said she was most excited about her block shot that she had that night. This may be another one of those nights when if she stays in long enough, she's going to fill up the stat sheet. She's already got.
It's like guards want to block shots and post players want to be point guards.
And Reese has got it again, 29-12, 5 minutes in the second quarter. Into the corner, Parks dumps it inside to Standridge. Turn, step, shoot. She bumped low as she goes up to shoot. That's a foul, and Sydney will go to the free throw line.
And these will be the first 2 free throws of the night for Clinton. As Sydney will head to the line. Sydney had a great game at box side. She had 22 points. 14 of those came in the second half.
She gets the first. 30-12 is the score.
I'm not sure what that was. Is that a new Jason Lynch sound effect for a made free throw?
And the second as well. 31-12. 4:55 in the second quarter.
Got the dynamic duo over there working tonight. Brian Henderson, Jason Lynch. Phillip Jones somewhere in the arena.
Ball gets loose. Clinton comes up with it. Keith ahead to McDonald. Nice move. Gets by a defender. Left-hander off the glass. Good. Now she's in double figures. 33-12 on the layup by Reese McDonald.
And biggest lead of the game now for Clinton at 21.
Again, Lonoke, all 5 players behind the three-point line. Going to drive the baseline, draw a second defender. Shot won't go. Gets the rebound, follow, turn, shoot. Misses. Rebound, Sydney Standridge. Outlet pass to McDonald. Long pass ahead. Finds Kinley Keith. Left side of the glass. This one won't go. It's out of bounds. We'll keep it with the Yellow Jackets, but a great pass. McDonald to Keith. Here comes Katie McJunkins back in the ball game. Kinley Keith out. And we'll give it to Lonoke.
Yeah, I think everybody thought that was Clinton's basketball, including both teams. Lonoke's going to come away with it.
Under 4 minutes in the second quarter. Clinton stays in the man-to-man. Couple defenders just outside the lane. Shot won't go. Gifford, she rebounds, and a quick pass down the floor to Parks. Abigail's in front of the defense, and she scores. Parks for 2. Another layup. Lonoke wants a timeout. It's 35-12. 3:35 in the second when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Jolie Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Jolie's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Jolie Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
After a timeout by Lonoke, the Yellow Jackets continue to increase the lead. They lead 35-12 with 3:35 left here in the first half. The Jackets have led from the get-go in this one.
McDonald, Gifford, Parks, Standridge, and McJunkins on the floor for Coach Matthew Post. Lonoke basketball. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, the KHPQ Facebook page, Laura O'Neill, our video engineer. Shot up, won't go. Standridge takes it out of the air. Outlet pass to McDonald. Defense in front of her. Right hand, left hand. Into the corner to Parks. Catch and shoot three. It's up and good. That's her second three-point field goal of the night, 38-12.
But if you talk to Reese, she'll say she was thinking that the whole way because she took it on a drive and just nudged into the lane enough to get that defender on Abigail to sink in and then kicked it to Abigail for the three. You know what Reese was thinking of that. I'm going to drive it, draw that defense, and get Abigail a three.
You might have think of an analogy. I don't know if he got any playing time today, but if you've watched some Razorback basketball this year, she's kind of the what's his name? Pinion?
Yeah, from Morrilton.
Morrilton. He gets down the floor. He sets up in the corner behind the three-point line. If the defense is not there, his teammates find him. That's where they're going with the ball. That's where he's going to knock down the three-point shot. And you allow Parks to get down the floor and to get set. Their teammates find her. Boy, she just seems almost automatic at times here.
Caden Brown in the first game tonight. Caden had a good ball game at Pulaski Robinson and at Bauxite in the last couple of weeks. Maggie Gresham back in. That's a couple of sophomores.
So 4 seniors going in, but a lot of sophomores coming up. Sophomores who've had some playing time this season, so hopefully the future bodes well for Coach Matthew Post and the Yellow Jacket girls program. Inside the lane, couple defenders, shot up and good. 38-14. Lone Oak scores 2. Quickly unbound the ball. McJunkins across midcourt. Standridge behind the three-point line. She's going to step down the lane. And shot gets blocked down low. But Brown recovers. Up high, back to pass to Standridge. And a little bit high, a little bit long. City couldn't pull that one in before momentum took her out of bounds.
You like the idea, though. They were looking for that extra pass. Maggie was looking to get it to Sid down low, just a little bit off her fingertips, but you like the way they passed the basketball. Very unselfish.
Minute 40, second quarter. Ball gets knocked loose for Lone Oak offensively, and it belongs to the Yellow Jackets out of bounds.
Yeah, I think they're going to overrule this one.
And like we saw earlier, I think the baseline official, he didn't know at first. He kind of gave that look like, I'm not sure what it was, and he made the call for Clinton, but then the sideline official comes in and helps him with that one. So
I used to make eye contact with your fellow referees on something like that, and they'll maybe give you a nod. We couldn't tell from here which way.
Inbound the ball, drive the lane, shot off the glass, good. 38-16.
Shakari James now has 4.
Inside to Gresham, turn, spin to her left, and score. 40-16, 2 points for Gresham.
That shot is almost unstoppable, boy or girl. That little turnaround half hook, you can't block it. And she is really getting good at that soft touch on that little half jump hook. 7 Yellow Jackets have now scored in the first half.
And Gresham only a sophomore. You're going to have a couple more years of her in Lady Yellow Jacket basketball. 1 minute to play in the second quarter. 3-point attempt by Lone Oak. In and out. Won't go. Gresham with the rebound. Clears. Gets it to McJunkins. Katie pushes up the floor. Over to Parks. On the move. Back to Katie. She's going to drive with the left hand. Pull up. And good. Nice basket for the senior, Katie McJunkins, 42-17.
Good to see Katie back out there running the point like we saw the last couple of years. And
she's really been a good scorer as a sophomore and as a junior. And as she's worked herself back into play, recovering from that knee surgery, seems like that's trying to catch up or get that to come along as well. And so, yeah, very good to see on the offensive end. And she'll be peaking about tournament time. 13 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. First half of play. Lone Oak going to get a final shot. They're going to drive, put it up, won't go. Shot clock violation with 4.8. Official's going to go ahead and stop. Give it to Clinton. We'll have to take the length of the floor. Will they sub in? And they will. Here comes Kinley Keith, Gracie Linville, and Allison Wallace for the final 4.8. Have to get it the length of the floor. Keith will inbound the ball. Linville's in the backcourt. Hayden Brown comes back as well. And they will give it to Brown. She'll get it down the floor, cross midcourt, over to Wallace. Needs to get a shot off, and won't get one off before the first half comes to an end. But a big one by the Lady Yellow Jackets, 42-17 over the Lone Oak Jackrabbits. We'll step away for a moment. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Life is better with basketball and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to assist with your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Hey, my colleague Jeff Hall back here at Yellow Jacket Arena. And our cousin Jared Billings down in White County is with us tonight, watching some Yellow Jacket basketball. Halftime, Yellow Jackets lead by a score of 42-17. Jackets jumped out to a 15-6 lead after only 4 minutes and 15 seconds of the ball game. Led 22-8 at the end of the first quarter and outscored Lone Oak 20-11 in the second quarter, and they lead 42-17 at the half. Demaya Eason, leading scorer tonight for Lone Oak. She has 3, 4. Mitch, I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10 points for Easton in the first half. And Christian James with 2, Taisha James with 2, and Shakira James with 2. Check that, she has 4. So 17 points in the first half for Lone Oak. For the Lady Yellow Jackets, they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different players score in the first half. Katie McJunkins had 2, Maggie Gresham with 2, Gracie Lindell with 2, and Katie Gifford with 2 points. Kinley Keith, 7 points in the first half. Abigail Parks, 10 points, including 2 3-point baskets. Sydney Standridge with 6 points. and Reese McDonald with 11 in the first half, including 1 3-point basket. And you go back to the last 2 ball games, Reese has scored 35 points in the first 2 quarters of the last 2 ball games, averaging 17.5 points on those first halves of the last 2 ball games. Yellow Jackets 2 for 2 at the free throw line in the first half. Well, big doings coming up in the next couple of Tuesdays. This Tuesday, February the 7th, it'll be the 1999 Lady Jacket reunion team. That team at that point set the school record for victories, and the senior class, many of those girls were in the senior class of 2000. They set the record for most wins by a senior class in school history. That record is in jeopardy, though. A win tonight, and the 4 Lady Yellow Jacket seniors for 2023 will have set the record with 69 victories in their high school career. It'll also be Maddie Cabana night. The Yellow Jacket Booster Club wants to honor Maddie Cabana on her historic 2023 track and field and cross country season, and state champions in both track and cross country. And you want to come out to see Maddie Cabana. Maddie, we talked today how much, and talked to some other folks about how much publicity, how much she brought to the school and the city and even the county, and a lot of fans out there for Maddie Cabana. So you want to come out Tuesday night and honor a great student athlete. Judy King and the Little Bees, they will be on the court performing Tuesday night. That'll be during the halftime of the girls' game. You do not want to miss Judy King and the Little Bees. And also during that halftime, there'll be a special Walker Fieldhouse presentation. If you played in Walker Fieldhouse or saw a game in Walker Fieldhouse, you know the special atmosphere that place had. First game was played there in 1964, and there have been a lot of great memories of Yellow Jacket basketball at Walker Fieldhouse. You do not want to miss that. Then on Tuesday the 14th, it'll be senior night. Honor all spring sports seniors and a lot of really highly successful seniors. You want to come out that night to honor those black and gold Yellow Jacket seniors. Also, Philip Jones and the Booster Club, they're going to have a half-court shot. 5 people are going to get a shot at winning $500 that night. You do not want to miss that. You can buy a chance, I guess, starting next week and get your name in the hat. 5 names will be drawn. 5 people will shoot a shot for $500. Also, the Little Bees will be performing that night also, and it's Pee Wee night. All the Clinton Pee Wee teams will be here, and they'll be getting a basketball, I think, courtesy of, I'm not sure if that's the Booster Club, but they'll all be receiving a basketball. You don't want to miss that. So the next 2 Tuesdays are a huge night. And senior night, it's Pack the House night, and we're playing Heber Springs.
And we're back to action here, beginning the second half. 42-17 is the lead, the Lady Yellow Jackets over the Lone Oak Jackrabbits. And Lone Oak dressed in a, we're still not sure if that's a black or if that's a deep purple. Traditional Lone Oak colors are purple and white. I think maybe it is just a deep shade of purple. Clinton in home white, trimmed in gold. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, the broadcast tonight with Laura O'Neill. Ron Robertson is in the studio tonight. Kelsey is here with us. She's just out on my left. She's usually in the studio on game nights. She's able to come out and watch a game live tonight in person on this Saturday night special. Glad to have you. The makeup game from Tuesday. Just a couple of weeks left in regular season play here before we head to the postseason. Regional tournament to be hosted here at Clinton. So still some more basketball to play here in town, but glad you could be with us. And you want to come out and see Abigail Parks. She just knocked down her 3rd three-point field goal of the ball game, her first of the second half. It is 45-17.
You know, she hit 21 in over 3.5 quarters, and I think she had 2 against Bauxite and already 3 again here tonight. Abigail Parks is the zone buster.
Lone Oak on the dribble, on the drive. Reese McDonald trying to steal it away. She did multiple times in the first half. She's going to be whistled for a foul. This time, that's her first foul of the ball game.
You know, they call Razorback great Pat Bradley the shooter. Abigail Parks may be the shooter.
Jackrabbit basketball. Again, all 4 behind 3-point line.
You know, I'm not really sure if that's the best style of play for this Lono team. They got a couple of players with size that could probably be pretty good interior players, but they keep working that perimeter.
And shot up won't go. Hard off the glass. Clinton comes away with it. McDonald gets it down the floor. She's going to get in the lane. Tosses it up to Standridge. City catches, shoots, misses this one. And the rebound to Lono.
Either partially blocked or she might have got maybe bumped a little bit off target.
But Lono's going to throw it away on the offensive end of the floor. Turnover, back to Clinton. And into the ball game for the first time in the second half, Gracie Linville and Megan Gresham as McDonald and Standridge go out.
Speaking of Maddie Cabana, night on Tuesday, she is in training. Saw her out running this morning, and she's getting ready for the state indoor track meet at the University of Arkansas in a couple of weeks. So maybe she's never run indoors before, so maybe she can bring home another couple of state titles indoor.
Gifford behind the three-point line. She's going to drive, kick it out in the corner to Parks. Catch. The three is up and in. Another three-pointer for Parks. Her second of the second half. Fourth of the ball game. 48-17. 31-point lead.
16 points now for Parks. 12 behind the line. I think I told Coach Post her skill was there. I think skill and confidence have all come together at one time for Abigail, and she shoots a three-pointer like somebody shoots a free throw.
Lono turned it over. Linville up the floor to Keith. Kinley's going to put it off the glass. Good. Kinley had a fast start in the first quarter. I think she had 7 points. That's her first maybe 2 since then. 50-17.
After playing a lot of basketball, because as her defender went up to try to stop Gracie, Kinley cut back door.
Lono inside, turn, spin, off the glass, won't go. No, it does go. 2-pointer, 50-19.
Shakira James now with 6 points for Lonoke.
Standridge will bring it across. Pass inside from Parks to Gresham, knocked away. Lonoke has it. Keith coming back to defend. Good slide, side step to the left, and Lonoke scores 50-21.
Easton, good player. You saw her athleticism there as she slid to the left to avoid an offensive foul and still made the shot.
Standridge catches in the lane, dribbles down, right, left. Count the basket. She gets it up and in, and she's fouled. Standridge to the free throw line.
Sid has 8. She was 2 for 2 at the line in the first half. And Katie McJunkins will back in the ball game for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
Kinley Keith out.
80-30 the last time these two teams played. Jackets now with a 31-point lead.
And Standridge free throw, misses, but she follows, gets her own rebound in the lane. She'll toss it back out. It's behind the three-point line. Parks with a shot up and in. Abigail Parks a little bit different as she kind of stepped forward into the pass, but the result is the same. Another three-pointer for Abigail Parks.
5 threes, 4 in a row, dating back to the first half.
And a runner in the lane. Eason for 2, 55-23. Into the corner, Parks alone. The long pass from Linville. Another three. I don't know much more you can say. 58-23, Parks.
And she's not a spot on the floor shooter. She's hit at the top of the key. She's hit from both corners. She is just a great shooter.
And it just looks effortless. I guess her form is so good. Nothing wasted. Three-pointer tip by Lonoke won't go. Parks takes it out of the air. She's on the dribble, up the floor, pass ahead to Linville. Defense in front of her. Over to the right side. Standridge set for a three. And Sydney gets hers. She can score inside. Sydney has shown all season long she can score from behind the three-point line. She gets one there, 61-23.
And, she caught the ball high above her head, and she stopped, gathered herself back up, got her feet set, knocked down that three. I think she hit one at box side, too, that night. As the Jackets knocked down, I think, 10 or 11 that night.
Lonoke shot just short off the rim, won't go. Standridge the rebound to Linville, ahead to Parks. This time she's going to drive, take it in, and score. She kind of had to adjust at the last moment, too. As she got in the air, she was almost under the rim and kind of had to turn her body sideways a little bit to clear, get it up. 63-23.
I think that's a part of the game she's adding to now, putting the ball on the floor, going to the basket. A lot of people are going to start running at her behind the three-point line, so she's going to have opportunities to put the ball on the floor and go by a defender and finish near the basket.
We talk about Abigail, maybe we mention every once in a while. It's not like she's just burst onto the high school sports scene for the first time. She's already an all-stater. As a ninth grader in softball, how many ninth graders get named all-state? Abigail Parks was one of those. So she's a multi-sport athlete that is that good.
Yeah, just as good on the softball field. And new Coach Brooke Mason will see her for the first time this spring.
Inbound the ball to Lono, into the lane, and two-pointer up and in. James, 63-25. McJunkins, Linville, Gresham, Parks, and Peyton Brown back in the ball game. Linville's going to drive. She splits the defenders and scores easily. Gracie Linville, 65-25.
Yeah, Gracie went by the defender, thought she was going to kick to the corner, and Gracie took it right to the basket.
Shot off the glass, good. Lono.
Good move by Shakara James. Got the defender up in the air, up and under, and then went in and scored. Now Caden Brown
beats her defender. Shot up won't go. She gets her own rebound and scores on her second attempt. 67-27. The team's trading baskets offensively. It's a 40-point margin, but both teams scoring here in the third quarter. Minute 45 remaining.
With that basket by Caden now, 9 different Yellow Jackets have scored in the ball game. We're still in the third quarter.
There's Caden with a steal. Defender's going to try to get back and challenge her. Caden's going to drive, put it up, miss, and trying to for the follow. Roanoke's going to come away with the basketball. Had a defender coming at her had her thinking about how she was going to shoot, so just couldn't get that one to go. On the drive into the lane, won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound Gresham over to Linville. Across midcourt, ahead to Brown. She's going to drive. Take on her defender, shoot, miss. Gresham's shot, or it's blocked out of her hands, but she tips it back to McJunkins, and she hits the three. Katie's got a 2. Katie's got a 3. What a smart play by Megan Gresham, 70-27.
And you're going to see Katie rise up and knock down that 3. You see her confidence start to grow.
Under a minute to play in the third quarter. Lono. Elbow, free throw line, shot up won't go. Rebound inside. Tied up, held basketball. Alternate possession to Lonoke. 39 seconds. Here comes Allison Wallace. Abigail Parks out.
See Allison's grandparents across the way. Coach Wallace is here tonight.
Inbound the ball, spin in the lane. Left, right. 2 points for James.
12, almost an identical move she made just a few seconds ago.
Look for Allison Wallace. She's open for a 3. It's up just short off the front of the rim. Brown's got it. She'll run in the lane by a defender. Miss. Gresham with it. Ball gets knocked loose. Lonoke recovers. Linville steals it back. 13 seconds. Gracie inside to Gresham. Out in the corner to Wallace for 3. It's up. Oh, it won't go off the rim. Long. Rebound to Linville. Gracie's going to spin. Split 2 defenders. Miss. Gresham with the rebound. Ball knocked out of bounds. Keep it with Clinton with 1.2 seconds to go. Just time for an inbound and maybe a final shot attempt here in the third quarter. Stack. Linville looking to inbound. There it is behind the three-point line. Wallace, she gets it off in time. It's up. It won't go, but the third quarter, a big one for the Lady Yellow Jackets. It's Clinton 70, Lonoke 29. Fourth and final quarter, under the sportsmanship rule, the clock will not stop but for an official timeout when we return. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
Living in a rural community, having access to healthcare is critical. It has been a blessing to our community.
Not that I want to go to the hospital, this last place that I really want to go, but this is a place I'd recommend to anybody.
There's nothing like the individual care that you get here. It's phenomenal.
Our purpose for being here is to serve people. It fills me with pride that we're able to do that.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Jolie Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Jolie's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Jolie Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Well, a huge third quarter for the Lady Yellow Jackets. They outscored Lonoke 28-12 in that third quarter. They lead 70-29 as we head to the final quarter. The sportsmanship rule is in effect, and the clock will run continuously. McJunkins, three-pointer from the corner, short, gets her own rebound, gets it back up, and she'll be fouled, and Katie McJunkins will head to the line as Katie ran that rebound down and is fouled going to the basket. Katie has 5 points on the night. Yellow Jackets are 2 out of 3 at the free throw line here tonight. And Katie's left-handed free throw is no good. Anna Williams checks in, and Cameron Keith. So all the Lady Yellow Jackets are in the ball game now. Have played. Anna Williams, Caden Brown. Katie McJunkins hits the free throw. She now has 6 points on the night. Cameron Keith and Allison Wallace in the game for Clinton. 7 minutes left in this one, 71-29. Big senior boys game coming up next. Should be a good one. There's a three-pointer the first time those two teams played down in Lonoke, with the Yellow Jackets pulling out the victory after coming from 12 points behind. Easton down the lane. Her layup is good. She's got 17 on the night for Lonoke. Cameron Keith into the front court. She'll drop it off to Wallace. Wallace, hand off to Brown, across the line. Now Brown wheels into the lane. Her shot's no good, and she's going to be called for an offensive foul. Not many fouls here in the second half. Only the third team foul for Clinton. Only 2 for Lonoke, and that'll be Caden's first foul. Lady Yellow Jackets, senior class, looks like they're going to set the record tonight for most wins by a senior class in school history. This will be win number 69, which will surpass the class of 2000. Pass inside, knocked away by Brown. Shot clock down to 10. Lonoke trying to back in, nothing there. Out front, here goes Easton to the basket. Her layup is good with 4 seconds on the shot clock. Easton now has 19. 71-33. Brown, three-pointer from the corner, short. Battle for the rebound, out of bounds, and it'll go to Lonoke. A couple Lady Jackrackets check in. And Lonoke will have the basketball. Great crowd tonight. I think I said that earlier. What a crowd on a night of a makeup game on a Saturday night. Lonoke with the basketball. And they got it out front. Pass to the near wing. Brown on her. Now she wheels inside. Layup is good. And that'll be Alexis Scarborough. It just came into the ball game. And that makes it 71-35.
Here we go. McJunkins across midcourt over to Wallace. Hey, she's going to fake. She's going to drive. Gets up the shot. She's fouled. And Allison Wallace to the free throw line. Her younger sister just walked by. They look a lot alike. So you got the Wallace girls are coming up through the system. So Allison's going to be the first of many that hopefully we'll get to call through the years. The younger sister on the junior high squad. And they'll be fun to watch. Allison can be a scorer herself. She's had a 10-point ball game this year, coming off the bench, shoots from the outside. This time she's going to get one from the free throw line. She'll have a second opportunity.
Well, with that basket now, 10 Lady Yellow Jackets have scored in the ball game.
Misses the second. Rebound to Lonoke, 72-35.
Whoa, I think that was double dribble.
And a backcourt violation will, I guess, do it justice. And back to Clinton.
I always talk about refereeing like a senior high game. The last thing you ever think of is double dribble at this level. You see walk pretty common, things like that. But at this level, you don't see double dribbles very often. Sometimes it catches you by surprise.
Brown on the dribble. Defender's going to keep an arm on her, not let her get to the basket, force her to toss it back out in the corner. Now Cameron Keith's going to drive. Oh, nice dish inside to Williams, and Anna Williams scores. Nice pass and a finish, 74-35.
Great pass by Cam, and very unselfish as she wheeled in, made the pass. Anna Williams rolled into the basket and scores. Now 11 Yellow Jackets have scored tonight.
Now Keith defending out high. Roanoke offense pushed out deep on the floor. Their offense kind of becomes they spread so far out, then you just kind of go one-on-one with the ball carrier that can try to get inside, get in the lane, and they've scored some points that way. But there's a long three-pointer.
Shot clock violation.
Back to the Yellow Jackets, the running clock, under 2:50 to play in the fourth quarter.
With the win tonight, Clinton will stay one game ahead of Heber Springs, all alone in first place. With 3 conference games left to play.
Oh, Peyton Brown, nice move on the dribble. She gets in the lane and scores. 76-35. The Lady Yellow Jackets, they're having some theatrics on the bench there. Maybe cheering on the success of their teammates. Shot up, three-pointer, won't go. Cameron Keith has it. Cross midcourt, left hand, right hand, back to the left, on to Williams, back to Keith. She returns the favor and scores! So first it was Keith to Williams. This time it's Williams to Keith, and it's 78-35.
Cam scores. I think everybody has scored tonight for the Lady Yellow Jackets. You love that. You love to get the win, and when everybody gets in and scores, it sure makes for great practices the next week.
And Williams with the steal. Gets it off to Wallace. Wallace trying to weave in traffic. On the left side, pulls up, back to McJunkins. Thought about a three. Now she's going to dribble, take it in. Left hand, right hand, off the glass a little hard. It won't go. Lonoke with the rebound. Nice switch there. She got inside.
Got to the clear hand. Had a tough angle, whether to use the right hand or the left hand. Really couldn't use the glass very well at the angle she was at.
Three-point attempt by Lonoke. It won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound to Brown. 1 minute to play. 78-35. Brown quickly down the floor. She's going to get in the lane, run into a defender. She'll get the shot up. It won't go. Rebound hits the floor. Wallace trying to come up with it. Lonoke secures it. And now they're going to push it up the floor. Go 2-on-1. McJunkins defending. Going to pass overhead. And easy finish for Lonoke down the floor. 40 seconds. 78-37. Cameron Keese open for three. It won't go. Lonoke with a rebound. Final 30 seconds. Down the floor. Knocked out of bounds by Keith.
I'm not sure why the clock stopped. It ran the entire quarter, and now it stopped. There it goes. We started a little late tonight because of the 7th grade tournament, so it probably doesn't hurt to maybe to catch up here in this fast fourth quarter.
7:30. Allison Wallace with it, down the floor, across midcourt. Final 10 seconds. She's got a defender, picks up her dribble, over to McJunkins. 6 seconds, 5, gets by one defender, gets around a second. Shot won't go, trying to get her own rebound. Into the corner, Williams with it. The horn sounds, and that will do it. The Lady Yellow Jackets 78, the Lonoke Jackrabbits 37 in this conference game tonight at home in the arena. Lady Yellow Jackets win as they'll walk across midcourt. Give a little high five there, or slap both squads there. Good sportsmanship tonight. Thought they did well. And they will welcome the boys out on the floor for some pregame warm-up. We'll step away for just a moment. When we return, we'll give you the final numbers, and we'll name the first Arkansas Bank & Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's game is brought to you by these fine Yellow Jacket basketball boosters, by Clinton Stockyard, by American Home Pharmacy, by Regions Bank, by the Van Buren County Veterinarian Clinic, by Johnny's Automotive, by Latitude Bistro, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, and by the Pottery Shop. They bring you tonight's basketball action.
Hey, Mike Holly back here at Yellow Jacket Arena. First game is in the books tonight, and it was a good one for the Yellow Jackets as the Clinton Ladies Yellow Jackets win by a score of 78-37. Clinton jumped out to a 15-6 lead at halfway through the first quarter. Led 22-8 at the end of the first period of play. Increased the lead to 35-12 with 3:35 left in the first half. Took a 42-17 lead into the locker room at halftime, and then outscored Lone Oak 36-20 in the second half. They win tonight by a score of 78-37. Scoring for Lone Oak, they were led in scoring tonight by Demaya Eason. She had 19 points on the night. Kirsten Lewis with 4. Alexis Scarborough with 4. Christian James with 2. Taisha James with 2. And Shakira James with 12 on the night for Lone Oak. For the Yellow Jackets, all 12 players scored tonight. You love to see that. Caden Brown with 4 points on the night. Anna Williams with 2 points. Cameron Keith with 2. Allison Wallace with 1 point. Katie McJunkins, 6 points tonight. Kinley Keith with 9. 7 of those in the first half. Maggie Gresham with 2 points. Gracie Linville with 4 points. Katie Gifford with 2 points. Sydney Standridge with 11. And Reese McDonald had 11. Each of those players had a 3-point basket apiece. But the leading scorer tonight for the Lady Yellow Jackets, the junior Abigail Parks, 24 points on the night, including 6 3-point baskets. In all, the Yellow Jackets made 10 threes tonight. Yellow Jackets were 4 of 7 at the free throw line. Clinton is now 18-6 on the year, 9-0 in conference play. They've now won 9 games in a row. Remember, last year's team won 16 straight toward the end of the season. Right now, these Lady Yellow Jackets have won 9 straight. They've won 14 of their last 15 ball games. And with the win tonight, Lady Yellow Jackets are the winningest senior class of all time. Those 4 seniors, Reese McDonald, Katie McJunkins, Sydney Standridge, and Kinley Keith, have now won 69 games in their high school career. Lone Oak now 11-12 on the season, 4-6 in conference play. And as we said, they are trying to catch PA and Bauxite for 3rd and 4th, and they take a loss tonight. And the Yellow Jackets, as we said, win tonight by a score of 78-37. I guess you got to go with Abigail Parks as your first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game.
That'll do it, Abigail. Again, another good night. Shooting 3-pointers. I think she had a 2 mix in there as well, and just almost automatic there. And you can get the ball in her hands from any spot on the floor behind the 3-point line. Well, she's fun to watch, and going to be fun to watch down the stretch. That's Abigail Parks. And thanks again to First Arkansas Bank and Trust for title sponsor again for the player of the game, also on the live stream along with Cowboy Dodge. And glad that on these nights, a lot of folks here tonight, but I think there's probably some people at home still listening tonight and watching as well. First Arkansas Bank and Trust, a part of making that happen. So stop by and tell them you enjoy listening to the broadcast and see what they can do for you. Well, a wrap on the girls' game.
Yep, let's
Ready
take a
for
break.
boys?
And we'll come back and we'll talk about the boys. Listen to Yellow Jacket basketball on the Yellow Jacket Sports Network and Q92.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Life is better with basketball and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to assist with your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Life is better with basketball and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to assist with your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, a good atmosphere here at the arena tonight. This Saturday night special, a weekend ball game for the Yellow Jackets. Not had many of those this season with all those midweek games, but this game, which would have been on Tuesday, but for weather, has been moved to Saturday. That's allowed some local folks to come out, and we've got a pretty good crowd across the homestand. You can always see some of the home folks on the KHPQ live stream on the KHPQ YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. So a lot of folks here tonight watching this one with just a couple of weeks to go in the regular season. But the good news is that's not the end for basketball here at Yellow Jacket Arena. Clinton will host the regional basketball tournament. Our conference will be hosting the 4A conference from Northeast Arkansas. Some schools like Blytheville and Brooklyn and some of the schools up that way will be coming here for some of the best basketball just prior to the state tournament. So we've still got a few weeks left if you want to come out and see a game in person. But glad you could be with us on the radio if you can't make it out tonight. And a lot of folks in the arena tonight who maybe don't often get a chance. Jason Bradley's here, the coach of the Shirley boys. I saw a couple of folks from Marshall who coming down to see a Clinton game. One of the folks, my colleague, a lot of times we see Benny and Doris Brown. They'll go to a basketball game any given night of the week. I just saw a while ago they're hanging out with Shakina Strickland tonight. Looks like over at Russellville High School. I think I saw a story about Shakina recently. Some folks may consider her the best female basketball player to ever come out of the state of Arkansas. And Biddy Brown got a chance to coach her a lot through the AAU and summer programs and things like that.
Yeah, I think they have a junior high district tournament over at Russellville today. I think she coaches at Sylvan Hills, and I think that's the same conference that Greenbrier and some of those teams are in. And they were over watching basketball today. Maybe they're listening to us on the way home. You never know. Big ball game here for both teams. The Yellow Jackets come in with a record of 15 wins, 9 losses on the season. They are 8-3 in conference play and now sitting in third place. They have won 8 of their last 11 ball games. Last night they got a win at Lisa Academy West, 83-52, a high-flying affair for the Yellow Jackets. I think there were 4 dunks in the game. Brody Emerton had a couple. Zane Widener had one where he went down the lane in traffic. I saw a Lisa Academy player trying to get out of the way, and Zane finished with a flush on that one, but they won last night by a score of 83-52. Last time the Yellow Jackets, last Friday night, it was a really good ball game at Bauxite. Jackets won 75-66. The game was tied at the half. The Yellow Jackets outscored the Miners 21-12 in the third quarter. I call it the Russ and Gus show. In that third quarter, Russ Hensley had 2 threes. Gus Scroggins off the bench had 2 threes, and the Yellow Jackets took the lead for good in that third quarter. It was the Russ and Gus show. Last night it was the Brody and Zane show, but 5 players scored in double figures last Friday night, and another one, Gus Scroggins, had 9, almost had 6 players in double figures. Emerton had 19, Burgess 13, Holland 12, Hensley 11, Zane Widener with 11, and the Yellow Jackets made 12 3-pointers that night at Bauxite. The last time these two teams played, it was a good one. Clinton wins on the road December the 16th at Lone Oak, 62-59 over Lone Oak. They trailed by 12 points on that one in the third quarter. Had a 6-point lead with a minute to go. Lone Oak cut it to 1, but a Russ Hensley layup would make the final score 62-59. A win tonight by the Yellow Jackets would probably ensure the Yellow Jackets could finish no worse than third place and guarantee the spot for the Yellow Jackets in the regional tournament coming up at Clinton February 22nd through the 25th. Lone Oak comes in tonight with a record of 12 wins, 10 losses. They're 7-5. Right now they're sitting on the edge. They're 7-5, top 4 teams make it to the regional, but they're 1 game behind Clinton and 2 games ahead of Little Rock Hall. So a win tonight by Lone Oak, they could catch the Yellow Jackets for 3rd place. They've won 5 in a row until last night, and they lost 68-59 at Pulaski Robinson. The head coach, Bradley Spencer, former Harding University basketball player. But you look at the standings, Little Rock Christian 11-1 and in first place. Pulaski Robinson 10-2 in second place. Clinton 9-3 in third place. Jackets still have a chance to get to second. Lone Oak in fourth place 7-5, and Little Rock Hall in fifth place at 5-6. And so a win tonight by the Yellow Jackets will probably lock them into third. And if we could get some help, maybe catch Robinson for second place. Lone Oak trying to catch the Yellow Jackets, but they're also trying to hold off Little Rock Hall. So a lot to play for in this game tonight. Both teams played last night, and so we'll see how it affects either team tonight.
And it looks like, we were talking off the air, Coach Spencer has arrived. A little interesting story on what we were just thinking might happen here.
Yeah, he coached the 7th grade today in the 7th grade conference tournament, but he was the only certified bus driver from Lone Oak today, so he had to take the 7th graders all the way back to Lone Oak, hop in the car, and come all the way back here. He was not on the sideline during warm-ups, but he's now made his appearance. Bradley Spencer has had a whirlwind trip to Clinton twice in one day.
And Coach Judson Smith going to send out his senior boys, first-year coach for the Yellow Jackets. Cody McKnight assisting on the bench. Looks like your starters tonight will be, looks like Zane Widener, Ethan Biggs, Brody Emberton, Russ Hensley, and Carter Holland for the Yellow Jackets. Brian Anderson on the public address. Here it comes. The Clinton senior boys going to be dressed in white tonight. Trimmed in black and gold. Brody Emberton, the senior that's having a fantastic year. Basketball, football. I'm not sure if he's got a spring sport ready to go, be it baseball or track or field or something like that, but he's already an all-stater in football. He may be well on his way to be an all-stater in basketball. Zane Widener, fantastic junior year in football as well as basketball. Carter Holland, the sophomore newcomer to the program. What a boost he's been as a 10th grader. Ethan Biggs, a senior for the Yellow Jacket, pretty steadily handling the ball as needed. And Russ Hensley, another senior for the Yellow Jackets. Good defensively, good rebounding, and here kind of as of late, good offensively, a little bit inside, outside. And Clinton's tough to handle. If you're a defensive squad, they're long, they're lean, they've got size. They go inside, outside, and then defensively, they're hard to score against. They like to play that 1-3-1 zone defense, which allows them to really stretch out those long arms and legs and slap it away and kick it away, and they're tough to attack. Zane Widener's going to jump center at midcourt here at the arena. Hey, tune in to the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel, the KHPQ Facebook page. Laura O'Neill's got the camera rolling. You can watch it live. I'm Jeff Hall. Mike Holly is here. And here we go. The ball is in the air, and the tip controlled by Widener and the Yellow Jackets. Back to Brody Emberton. He will walk it across midcourt. Going to face up a man-to-man defense by the Jaguars. Now they're going to try to jump. Put 2 on him quickly. Over to Ethan Biggs. And what do we got? A travel and a turnover first of the ball game. Gives the ball to Lone Oak.
So Lone Oak start out man-to-man, and they ran that run and jump, and that really hurt the Yellow Jackets against Pulaski Robinson. Robinson really good at running it. And that time the trap for Lone Oak, though, came straight on. That could be a factor for it's over.
And Clinton in the 1-3-1. They'll get it in the corner. The three-point shot is up and in. First basket of the ball game. It's a 3 and an early lead for the Jackrabbits. They're going to try to double team again by Widener. He's going to race past them, run over a third defender, and he's going to be whistled for the offensive foul. First of the ball game. First against Widener. 7:20 in the opening quarter.
We saw Repetto, number 1. We saw him in a few threes that night down in Lone Oak, especially early in the ball game. He starts the game off here with a 3.
He's going to try to set up in the right corner again. Ethan Biggs at the back of that 1-3-1. He'll race corner to corner along that baseline as needed. Shot up well short, taken out of the air by Zane Widener. Zane up the floor to Ethan Biggs, catches. Toss it back to Widener, the trailer. Wants to drive, get inside, make a move by one defender. A little bit too hard off the glass. And the offside rebound to Lone Oak on the dribble across midcourt. Ahead on the right side, just in front of Coach Judson Smith, standing in front of that Yellow Jacket bench. Lone Oak spreading the floor, kind of 4 players behind the three-point line. Got one inside. Long three-point shot. This one won't go. Rebound tipped, and foul is going to be called on Lone Oak. Kind of came from behind, tried to get through Ethan Biggs. That'll go against Brandon Allen. And Lone Oak up by 3 here early, 6:26 in the first quarter. Inbound the ball, Widener. Emberton in the backcourt as well. Defense will pick them up, so they get about across midcourt. Biggs whips it inside to Hensley, but it's knocked away by the Jackrabbits. They'll come away with it.
Yeah, pass needs a little bit higher arc on that one, as there's no backside help.
And the steal by Carter Holland in the passing lane. He's going to get down the floor. He's got one defender in front of him. He's going to slide, put it up. Won't go, gets his own rebound. He's inside. They'll try to take it away. And a foul is going to be called on the Jackrabbits. We'll see if it's on the floor, I believe. I don't know that he was he in the act of shooting? Not yet. So inbound from the baseline.
2 quick fouls on Brandon Allen. He's going to come out of the ball game.
And now the officials will confer, and they'll say no, that was not in the act of shooting yet. So inbound from behind the basket. Brody Emberton. He gets it back off the inbounds pass in the corner. Here's 3-pointers up, won't go, a little bit long. And an offside rebound to Lone Oak. Mason Ford now across midcourt. Emberton up high. Going to push Lone Oak out near what we would call the old 5-second mark. It's no longer marked on the Arkansas High School basketball floor. Drive inside on the dribble. Toss it up. Won't go. Rebound Carter Holland high. Knocked out of his hands, out of bounds. But last touch by the Jackrabbits. Into the ball game for the first time. Dawson Burgess. Ethan Biggs out. Dawson will bring in a little bit more size. So Dawson playing well offensively as late. Well, he can shoot from the outside. Drive a little bit. Be a swing man. Widener's going to get to the baseline. Back to Burgess cutting. And it's knocked away low. Lone Oak comes up with it. Quickly down the floor. Holland back. Emberton back. Pull up behind the three-point line. Swing it to the left side. 3-point shot. Up. High arch. And in. 2 3-pointers here early for Rapido. And a 6-point lead for Lone Oak.
He's got all the points. A couple of threes. Yellow Jackets off to a slow start. Gone 3 minutes and 15 seconds without scoring.
Burgess on the move. Gets under the basket. But it's knocked away. Lone Oak comes up with it. So nothing easy for Clinton on the offensive end of the floor. Some turnovers, some steals, and not getting many good looks here early. 3-point attempt by Lone Oak. Won't go. Back of the rim. Emberton high for the rebound. Pulls it down.
Yeah, I could get used to the speed of the game. A lot of quick hands here that time. We've had a couple of times where it looked like we had clear pass to the basket and the ball get poked away.
Russ Hensley for 3. It won't go. Ball's out of bounds. And over to Lone Oak. 4:17 in the first. Jackrabbits 6, Clinton 0.
Not the start that Coach Smith wanted here. They had a 3 o'clock walk through this afternoon over at Walker Fieldhouse. But only 6-0 here halfway through the first quarter.
Lone Oak going to drive the baseline, and Zane's going to set for the charge. Good job by Widener. That looked perfect setup from a defender to take the charge.
And our cameras probably had a perfect angle on that one. You're watching at home. That was a textbook view of taking an offensive foul.
We'll inbound it to Zane. They get it down the floor, left side. Get everybody else on the right side. Now toss it over to Holland behind the three-point line. Defense quickly. Over to Emberton. His three's up just short off the front of the rim. Rebound Lone Oak. Maybe they're conscious of the speed of the game. They're trying to get those shots off quick. That may whether you think about it or whether it alters the physical components of your shot. Maybe that's in a little bit for the Yellow Jacket offense. Shot up won't go. Widener with a rebound.
One saving grace, Lone Oak hasn't been much hotter in the ball game, and now Widener knocks it home.
There you go. Defense kind of sagged back. Didn't have anybody near him at the top of the key, so he pulled up. And Clinton's first points of the night.
And maybe that'll get the Yellow Jackets going, get the bucket or the lid off the bucket. And it's now 6-3.
The 1-3-1 defense can push the Jackrabbits a little bit deep on the floor. 3-point shot from the right side won't go. Ball out of bounds. Keep it with the Jackrabbits. .254 remaining in the first quarter, 6-2. Inbound the ball, drive the lane, shot up, misses. Jackrabbits get the rebound, and they'll toss it out behind the three-point line. Got a new shot clock. Pull up at the free throw line, 2-point attempt, might have been blocked well short. Widener takes it out of the air, over to Emberton across midcourt. Brody on the dribble, right, left. One defender behind him, one in front of him that he goes over, and he's going to be whistled for the offensive foul, a charge on Brody Emberton.
Hey, he got by one, but didn't see the other one. He set up for the charge. And
2 fouls tonight on Clinton, both charges, one by Widener, one by Emberton. Lowe's got 3 fouls. One of those was a charge. So 3 of our 5 fouls tonight have been offensive fouls, charges. With 2 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. On the drive, this time he gets Widener in the air for the contact, and that's going to be Zane Widener's second personal foul. 2 free throws for Lone Oak.
Looked like that could have went on Russ Hinchley. Looked like Russ when he came in and kind of hit the basketball. And the foul's going to go on Widener, and that's a big one. That's his second. At Boxside a week ago Friday, he had to set for most of the first half. Went scoreless, and then came in the second half, had 11 big points, and that come from behind victory by the Yellow Jackets. Now he's got to set down with 2:07 left here in the first quarter.
And
Jackets
Dylan
trail
Jones
6-2
into the ball game. As Lone Oak goes 1 for 2 at the line, and their lead is 7-2 here in the first quarter. 2 minutes remaining. Burgess and Jones behind the three-point line. Over to Emberton in the corner. He'll catch and shoot 3. He's got a defender in front of him. Won't go, off the side of the backboard. Lone Oak with a rebound. Quickly down the floor. They lose control of the basketball. Into the hands of Brody Emberton. He's down the floor. Going to go one-on-one. Good job. Kind of using his body as a shield. He'll get the field goal. 7-4.
Brody's first points of the ball game. It took him 6.5 minutes here.
And Brody's going to poke it away. They'll recover. Almost a steal. Turning up the defensive intensity a little bit there at the top. Going to drive inside. Shot off the glass. Good. 9-4 Jackrabbits. Coach Judson Smith's got a good view. What's going on the defensive end of the floor for the Yellow Jackets. Let's see what they talk about in the quarter break. Carter Holland, Dylan Jones, back to Burgess. Dawson wants to drive. He'll get in the lane, pull up in front of his defender. It won't go. Gets his own rebound. Putback is up. Misses, but he's fouled. Dawson Burgess to the free throw line.
Shows the strength of Dawson Burgess coming off the football field over to the basketball floor. He went up side by side with a Lone Oak player who probably had the inside position on him, but with his strength, he went up and was able to muscle the ball away, and he's going to end up with 2 free throws. Yellow Jackets shooting woes here in the first quarter. Only 4 points.
Misses the first, but makes the second. It's 9-5, 56 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. The defense drops back. Lone Oak will bring it across midcourt. They'll try to screen Emberton up high. They'll get down the lane. Couple defenders. Knocks the ball out front, but Jackrabbits recover. Repetto off the dribble. Step up. His 3 this time won't go off the rim. Rebound. Lone Oak recovers. Got a fresh shot clock. They could take it down to the end of the court if they want to. Going to drive in the lane. It's Repeto, elevate for the 2. It's up and in. He's got 8 of Lone Oak's 10 points here in the opening quarter. 18 seconds remaining. 11-5, Yellow Jackets trailing. Into the corner, Burgess. Post up. Hensley's got an advantage, but he's got help defenders around him, and they will knock the ball out of bounds.
Got it down low, had 3 defenders drop down on him, but he really couldn't clear it out because he was having a hard time just taking care of the basketball. But the Jackets have it. Plenty of time. 9.7 seconds left in the quarter.
Inbound up high to Holland. He's going to turn, spin, and Carter Holland makes that look easy. He had an advantage on his defender. 11-7, 2 seconds, 1 second from midcourt. Did they get it off in time? It's well short. That'll do it. First quarter in the books. It's Lone Oak 11, the Clinton Senior Boys 7. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Well, back here at Yellow Jacket Arena, the bad news, Yellow Jackets only scored 7 points in the first quarter. Good news, they only behind by 4, so right in the ball game here as we start the second quarter. Lone Oak will have it. They lead 11-7.
Dylan Jones stays in the ball game. Zane Widener on the bench with 2 personal fouls early in the contest. So you've got Jones, Burgess, Emberton, Hensley, and Holland for the Yellow Jackets. It looks like Clinton's going to be in a 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone now. I think. Well, we'll see how they rotate around. With Jones and Emberton at the top. Repeto with a 3 from the right wing. In and out, won't go. Brody Emberton for the rebound. They'll try to take it away. Foul called on Lone Oak. A little bit too aggressive, trying to take it away.
Hey, Lone Oak challenges the rebounds. And you don't have to get the rebound to challenge the rebound. That time Brody Emberton got the rebound, but they reaching in, trying to prevent him from making a quick outlet pass, trying to stop a fast break. So got to be take care of the basketball, as Lone Oak is definitely challenging every rebound.
Gus Scroggins into the ballgame. His 3 is up just short off the rim, and a long rebound recovered by the Jackrabbits.
Gus came in against Bauxite last Friday, hit 2 quick threes as the Yellow Jackets came back in that third quarter.
And a 2-pointer by Lone Oak, up and in.
I think they had a miscommunication that time on who had Burnett covered there. Both players backed off to go get somebody else, and he shot it in from the elbow.
13-7. Holland inside catches, elevates. He's fouled on his attempt to the free throw line. Goes Carter Holland. Speaking of Gus Scroggins, we've talked about him, how he's come on as a really good three-point shooter in the ball games since, say, maybe Christmas break. I think we were talking to the coaches on the way back from our last ball game after the game, and Coach Frank was saying Gus never misses in practice. He never misses. He knows his job is to shoot the 3. When he goes in the game, that's what he's going to do. And they've got that confidence in him. They've seen what he does in practice. And there are going to be some of those nights like he's going to be the Abigail of Parks of the boys team. And
like I say, very similar story. Very skilled shooter. And now confidence on top of that.
Now Clinton back with a 1-3-1, I believe, with this group. Emmer to the top. Scroggins on the wing. On the drive. Shot won't go by Lone Oak. Off the glass. Rebound. They hand it off to Dylan Jones. Up the floor. Head to Scroggins. He'll pull up the 3 from the right wing. Won't go off the rim. Holland tips it away to a teammate. Good save. Brody Emberton for 3. In and out. Won't go. Tipped. Johnson. Burgess. Jones. Brody. Couple of jackets. And he's fouled. Count the basket. And Emberton somehow on that scrum of coming up with the basketball, is able to get it up and in and draw the foul. 13-10.
Yeah, not shooting well as a team, but they're playing hard, and they stayed relentless on that one, and it paid off as Brody Emerton was able to chase down the rebound and score from in the lane. Now he's got a chance at this free throw to cut the lead to 2.
And it's the closest Clinton's been since the start. Lone Oak got off to a 3-point lead to start the ball game. Clinton is now within 2. They trail 13-11 with 6 minutes, 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. Emerton with a press shot high. They'll step into Burgess and Holland. Bounce pass, get to the baseline, kick it back out, swing it, going to drive to the left side. 3-point attempts up, long, won't go. Carter Holland takes it out of the air. Over to Dylan Jones. Dylan's going to get to the middle of the floor, and players running down the floor. They're going to say Carter Holland, again with some contact, took a jackrabbit down, and Carter's whistled for the foul.
We get a good look at that one. It's on the corner of our eye. We were looking down the floor. Burnett went to the floor for Lone Oak. Carter Holland was near him. Everything was 25 feet behind the play, but Carter got whistled for the foul.
Clinton's 4th team foul. Trailing 13-11, 5:35. And more contact. Offensive foul against Lone Oak. Players collide. Dawson Burgess hits the floor.
Good call by the official. Watch it on TV. You saw Burnett lead with the shoulder, and a good call by the official. We had a good look at that one.
So I think that's 5 offensive fouls tonight between the schools, 12 total in the ballgame. 8 for Lone Oak, so Clinton was shooting one-on-one, and close to the double bonus was still well over.
And now Burnett, one of their best players, heads to the bench. He has 2 fouls.
Inside to Emerton, he catches, spins on a shorter player, and scores, ties the ball game.
And the Yellow Jackets take advantage immediately. Burnett's substitute about 6 inches shorter than he is, and Emerton posted him up in the lane and scored.
13 all, 5 minutes, 10 seconds, second quarter. Ripeto's on the bench for Lone Oak. He's got 8 of their 13 points. Jumper from the baseline, won't go. Gus Scroggins comes away with a rebound, off to Emberton. Bodie's got defenders in front of him, makes the move, gets by one, pulls up in front of the second, and another offensive foul. This one's going to go against Emberton on the charge. His second personal, the team's 5th.
Bodies are flying everywhere for both teams, and now that's 2 fouls on Brody Emberton. Zane Widener already on the bench with 2 fouls. Check. They have to, once you get in a little foul trouble, go ahead and just use a little bit of finesse, maybe just pull up and shoot, that 6 to 8 footer instead of having to try to go all the way to the basket.
Behind the 3-point line. A double team if you get too close on the sides. Pick up that wing defender. Going to drive. I think they traveled. Or if they called a foul first. Officials confer. Which came first, the travel or the foul? The official says it's a foul on the Yellow Jackets. Dawson Burgess, team 6th. .424. They're talking about those offensive charges, 5 of them tonight already in the first half. A lot of times, you're watching at home, you're watching a ball game, you think, man, that could go either way. Should have been blocking, should have been an offensive foul. Tonight, there's really not been any controversy in these. They all look like fairly straightforward calls. Neither coach contesting those. I don't know Brody Emberton on the drive. He's fouled early before he gets to the basket, a 1-on-1 opportunity for Emberton. So I don't know if you, as an offensive player, if you adjust what you want to do when you're driving in the lane, if it gets in your head and you're thinking, okay, we have all these charges tonight, do I do something different? Or if you're a high school player, do you even have time to think about that when the play's happening so fast? As Emberton gets the first free throw and gives Clinton their first lead of the night, 14-13.
I think all the calls on the block charge, that I would probably agree with all of them. I still would like to have that semicircle that they used in college basketball to eliminate those charging fouls within 2 feet of the basket. There's been 2 or 3 tonight that occurred right up under the basket. And if you have that half circle, you could eliminate that. That would always be a defensive foul.
Well, both free throws converted by Brody Emberton, 15-13, 3:58 in the second quarter. Shot by Lone Oak. And the second attempt is up and in, tied at 15.
That's Brendan Allen back in the ball game. He picked up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. He just came back in at the 4-minute mark.
Dylan Jones catch and shoot 3 misses, but players trying to set for the rebound. Foul called. I thought it was going to be against Burgess, but I think that's going to go against Rapido. Is that right? That's his second personal foul. So Lonoke with 3 players with 2 fouls here, just midway through the second quarter. Yellow Jacket basketball. That's the 10th team foul on Lonoke, so it's the 2-shot double bonus for Carter Holland.
And I think the official pointed the wrong way first. There was a foul on Clinton. Lonoke was kind of upset. He just happened to point the wrong direction. Holland at the free throw line for Clinton.
And Carter gets the first. Misses the second, but the rebound's out on the floor. Gus Scroggins chases it down. That'll reset with the offense. Holland on the dribble, gets by one defender, left hand, good. Pretty finish by Carter Holland. Boy, he's so good as a 10th grader. 18-15.
Biggest lead of the night for Clinton.
Bounce pass, free throw line, step down, shot up and in.
Yeah, you can't let Allen catch that at the free throw line. You almost have to come up and prevent him from catching the ball. If he gets it there, you almost can't stop him.
1-point basketball game. Emerton picks up his dribble. Holland's posting up on a smaller defender. Can't get it to him. He'll push him away. He's got him behind him now. Calls for it. Bounce pass. He catches. He's in the lane. Gets some help defenders. Going to foul Carter Holland low before he gets the shot off. But it's 2 shots to double bonus for Holland. Well, you could see what he was wanting there. Really had that advantage against the defender. Was really wanting to get the basketball. He'll get to the free throw line.
And a bench warning on Bradley Spencer, the coach for Lonoke. I'm not sure if he knows he's out of the coaching box. There's the line. Yeah, good move by Carter Holland on that shot fake. He got the defender in the air, avoided the block shot, drew the foul.
19-17. Holland's first free throw. And the second. 2017. .245 second quarter.
Got to know what's behind you on defense here. You can't. Allen sees setting up at the free throw line again. You're a defender. You also got to know what's going on behind you. .10 seconds on the shot clock.
And 3-point attempt, well short, going out of bounds. Holland saves it, gets it into Gus Scroggins, over to Dylan Jones, down the floor to Emerton in the corner, gets by one defender, pulls up in front of a second, soft jumper, won't go. Gus with another rebound. He'll turn, shoot, miss off the back of the rim. Long rebound going out of bounds. Who touched it? It's out on the Yellow Jackets. 2:07 to go in the second quarter, 2017. Well, as far as the second quarter seems completely different than the first as far as how this is playing out. It's a tight one here as we edge towards halftime, but
Lonoke 13 points here in the second quarter for Clinton, only 7 in that first quarter. Brody Emerton will check out with 2, with 2:07 left here in the first half. Only 6 points for Lonoke here in the second quarter.
We're essentially back to the ballgame. Holland with a steal into the pass lane. He'll have a run out. They won't catch him. And he goes up to dunk it, gets it just over the rim. Holland, is that 7 points for the Yellow Jackets here? 3 free throws, a couple of field goals.
Holland. Are we going to call that a dunk? That's the.
I think he got up and on the rebound, I think Carter's fouled from behind. Carter Holland is taking over the ball game midway through the second quarter offensively for the Yellow Jackets. All season long, we've seen he's had that potential. He's had a 20-point-plus ball game. Some nights seem to be a little bit quieter in the flow of things. But tonight, things are going his way in the second quarter. It's given the Yellow Jackets the biggest lead of the night thus far for Clinton, 22-17. He's got 2 free throws.
He's been a big lift tonight. Zane checked out of the ball game with 2:07 left in the first quarter with 2 fouls. He's still over there. Carter's kind of picked up some of that scoring here. The Jackets with their biggest lead at 5, now 6.
Misses the first, but gets the second. 23-17.
You'd like to get maybe to halftime with both Zane and Brody with only 2 fouls. They can come back fresh and play strong in that second half.
2-point attempt won't go. Offside rebound to Scroggins. Gus doing good rebounding for the Yellow Jackets. Gets it off to Holland. One defender kind of hesitates, but his pass knocked away. Lone Oak ahead. Defense tries to catch up. Misses. Rebound to Gus Scroggins. Carter got enough to kind of alter the
hustle
shot.
by Carter Holland.
Into the corner. Dylan Jones for three. It won't go. Taking it out of the air. Lone Oak quickly down the floor across midcourt. Dylan steals it back. He's going to turn spin. He's got defenders in front of him. They'll knock it away from behind. Now Lone Oak with it.
Kind of forcing things right now.
45 seconds, second corner. Jackrabbits on the drive off the glass. Good. 23-19, 40 seconds. Dylan back across midcourt. Into the corner, Russ Hensley. Catch and shoot three from the corner. Won't go. Offside rebound, Burgess. Now it's loose on the floor. He saves it back into Scroggins. His three is up. Long, won't go off the backboard. Technical foul on, that's going to go against Dawson Burgess and the Yellow Jackets. Maybe away from the basketball off the missed shot.
Burgess and Burnett both ended up on the floor under the basket, away from the play. And they're going to whistle Burgess for a technical foul. Yellow Jackets kind of forced the last couple of possessions a little bit.
Kind of let this last minute or minute and a half or so kind of get away from them. We'll see. Lone Oak's trailing by 4, but they're going to miss the first free throw attempt. They'll get 2 and the possession with 27 seconds remaining before the halftime break. And the second free throw misses as well. So the score remains 23-19.
They didn't take advantage of the technical foul. They could go for the last shot here. The shot clock is off.
We've got Rapido, their best shooter. He had 8 points in the first quarter. It's been fairly quiet since then. And it looks like Lone Oak will dribble out near midcourt. Let the game clock roll down, 15 seconds. Rapido's deep on the left side of the floor now. He's going to take the pass for 10 seconds to the free throw line, kick it out in the corner. 3-point shot up, left-hander, up and in. 3 points, 23-22, 3 seconds. Clinton will get it in just in time. Holland will heave, and that'll do it. Yellow Jackets had a fantastic second quarter, pulled out to the biggest lead of the night. Lone Oak comes back in the final couple minutes. They cut the Yellow Jacket lead to 1. It's Clinton 23, Lone Oak 22 at the half. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace. Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters: Joe and Hash, Artelco, Troy Gorshowski of Edward Jones, by Clinton Real Estate, and by the Webb Family Auction, Penny Jean Fiber, and by First Service Bank of Clinton. Tonight's game brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters on KHPQ.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
And Mike Holly back here at Yellow Jacket Arena. It's halftime. The senior boys lead Lone Oak by a score of 23-22. Yellow Jackets got off to a slow start in this one. Went about almost 5 minutes before they scored their first basket, and they trailed 11-7 at the end of the first quarter. But have come back here in the second quarter and outscored Lone Oak 16-11 in the second quarter. They lead 23-22 as both teams are in the locker room here at halftime. Scoring for the Yellow Jackets, Brody Emerton, who didn't score until about a minute and a half to go in the first quarter. He ends up with 7 in the first half. Russ Hensley yet to get on the board. Zane Widener with 4, but he left the game at the 2:07 mark of the first quarter with 2 fouls. Did not play the second quarter. Carter Holland, the sophomore, with 11 points in the first half. He definitely has picked up the scoring for the Yellow Jackets. And Dawson Burgess off the bench. He has 1 point. The Yellow Jackets have yet to hit a 3 tonight in the ball game. Lady Yellow Jackets, they rolled again tonight. They won by a score of 78-37. Lady Yellow Jackets continue to be sole possession of first place. Next ball game will be here Tuesday night at the arena. You don't want to miss it. Pulaski Academy will make their first ever appearance at Yellow Jacket Arena. Little trivia question. I've got my cousin sitting here beside me. Pulaski Academy has been here for football, and the Yellow Jackets lead the all-time series against Pulaski Academy. I think it's 2-0, and those games were played back in the 1970s. So we want to keep our streak alive against Pulaski Academy. But they'll be here Tuesday night. Going to honor the 1999 Lady Yellow Jacket basketball team. That was the team that had the record for the most wins in school history in a season. And many of those girls were on the 2000 team that had the most records for a senior class in a career. If you just tuned in, Lady Yellow Jackets won tonight. Those 4 seniors now have 69 wins, and they passed the 2000 Yellow Jackets, who had 68 victories. The 2023 Yellow Jackets are the winningest senior class in school history. Little Bees will perform. Judy King and the Little Bees at halftime of the senior girls game. We'll also have a special dedication concerning Walker Fieldhouse. And then halftime of the senior boys game, Maddie Cabana night, as the Yellow Jacket Booster Club honors Maddie Cabana in her historic 2023 track and field and cross-country season. And she's back at it in a couple of weeks. She'll be heading to the University of Arkansas to run in the Arkansas High School State Indoor Track Meet at the Tyson Track Center on the campus of the University of Arkansas. And then a week from Tuesday, on the 14th, don't want to miss it. It's Pack the House night. It's going to be a circus here that night, Jeff Hall. And Philip Jones is the ringmaster, so you never know what may happen. It'll be Little Pee Wee night. They're going to come through here. They're all going to get a basketball. All the Pee Wees are going to get a basketball that night. Little Bees, another group will perform that night. Judy King and the Little Bees. It'll also be senior night. And you come out and honor all the spring sport seniors. I mean, a lot of success in those seniors in all the different sports here at Clinton High School. So you want to come out and honor them on senior night.
And the opponent that night is still going to be Heber Springs?
That opponent is Heber Springs.
So now, when we traveled over to Heber Springs for the first the season matchup with the senior high squads, they packed the house that night for them. We brought maybe as many on our side if you take out their students who filled up the end zone, we may have had as many adults on our side as they did on theirs. So that I wouldn't be surprised if that was their highest attendance of the season there for one of their games. So hopefully they'll bring a good crowd. I mean, we took the air out of them a little bit that night with both the girls and boys winning those ball games tonight for Clinton, but hopefully they'll travel. All the folks that we're going to have here, that could be the best atmosphere of the year that we'll have here for the season.
Yeah, we had several people at Heber tell us that was the biggest basketball crowd in Heber in several years, and so maybe a good contingent of Panther fans will make it across the lake. And we want to pack the house that night. This place is fun when it's at or near full. It's a loud facility, and so it should be a fun night that night. Heber Springs had a half-court shot for $100. Philip Jones said, we can top it. We're going to have a half-court shot for $500. 5 different people are going to have their names drawn out of a hat. If they pay to enter, you could win $500. Heber Springs will not outdo us. Our shot's going to be for $500. So you want to come out that night. Hey, you got a couple weeks to practice. Get the basketball, get out in the backyard, buy a bunch of chances. It could be a great investment for you as you shoot the half-court shot for $500. And that'll be Tuesday, February the 14th. Pack the house for Heber on Tuesday, February 14th. So a lot of things happening here at Yellow Jacket Arena as we wind down. And Jeff mentioned earlier, don't forget, regional tournament right here in Clinton, February 22nd through the 25th. The number 1 boys team in the state of Arkansas, Blytheville, they will be here. And you'll have you may have 2 of the top 10 girls teams here in Clinton and Heber Springs. Also, Batesville Southside in girls is ranked in the top 10. And so it should be a great week of basketball here at Clinton, Wednesday through Saturday, February 22nd through the 25th. But the Yellow Jackets have work still left to do here as they want to get a win here and probably punch their ticket to the regional tournament if they can pull out a victory tonight.
Well, one quick break, then we'll basketball when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Well, we're back to action, start the second half. The Yellow Jackets had the ball to start the second half, turned it over. Lonoke handed it right back to us with a double dribble. No harm, no foul.
And Lonoke's going to knock it away into the backcourt. Holland catching up the play. Defense blocks the shot. What a pretty block. Went high, went over, blocked the shot. Carter gets it back. He had that big second quarter for the Yellow Jackets. The pass to Emberton. His 3 is up and in. 26-22.
Carter did it on both ends. A great defensive play with a block shot. He comes back on offense and makes a great assist pass. And Brody Emberton knocks down the 3, the first one of the night for Clinton.
That 1-3-1 zone. Emberton at the top. Holland's on a wing. Widener's on a wing. Russ Hensley's in the middle. Ethan Biggs starts the second half. He's on the baseline. Into the corner, to the baseline, the soft spot, going to try to get to the basket. 3 defenders, shot up won't go, was behind the basket, couldn't get it up and around. Now Clinton's going the other way.
And look, open in a zone. Now they look like they may be back into man-to-man. Now maybe zone still.
Emberton. This time it's a 3 from the right wing. He was closely guarded. He took the pass by Widener, but went up and knocked it down. Back-to-back threes, 29-22.
They may be back in a man-to-man pretty quick as Emberton just knocked down 2 threes against that zone.
Free throw line, too many defenders. Lonoke can't get it in any further. Jump shot, 2, outside the lane, misses. The putback, misses. Rebound, Widener.
Boy, Allen got 2 great looks on the last 2 possessions and didn't score.
Widener across midcourt, essentially up the screen. Emberton catch and shoot 3. This one might have been blocked, but it's a foul regardless. Brody Emberton's fouled on the 3-point attempt. 3 free throws. So he's got 2 3-point field goals made to start the second half. Now he's fouled on his third attempt, and he's going to the line. A chance for 9 straight points to open the second half for Emberton, as the first free throw is up and in.
Lone Oak opened the game in a zone and a run and jump defense. They opened the second half in it also that time, and Widener drew the double team, and then that got the ball to Emberton for a wide open look.
Brody gets the second.
But then, after the first couple of minutes of that first quarter, Lone Oak got out of it.
And Brody gets the third. 9 straight points, 32-22. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
And just like that, Clinton has a 10-point lead.
Ripido, his first three-point attempt the second half won't go after he had those 2 made in the first. Offside rebound to Zane Widener across midcourt. Weaves left, right, gets in the lane. 2 defenders. Off the glass, good. Nice finish by Widener. Wasn't anybody there to take a charge that time. Lone Oak wants a timeout. 11 points to start the second half for Clinton. 34-22. A quick break. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Come on, second half like a house on fire. They scored 11 straight points, and they take a 1-point lead. Now have increased it to 12. They lead 34-22.
Jackrabbits swinging around into the corner. Ripido, that's his first 3 of the second half. He's got 3 in the ball game, 34-25. And Lone's going to put a little man pressure in the backcourt, or at least they're going to guard Brody Emberton. Once he gets the inbound now, they'll back across half court and let Brody bring it down. Biggs. They look to double team if they get close to the other side. Brody, and he caught it. He was ready for another 3. Got the defender in the air who came down on Brody Emberton. And that's a foul.
And that may be his third. That is his 4th foul. Latrell Burnett. He's got 4. He'll head to the bench. And his substitute is a much smaller player.
Brody got him in the air before he came down and landed on him, so he's not up for the shot yet. No free throws. They'll inbound it. Get it in. Russ Hensley, he's got a little bit of advantage on Ripido. Ripido tries to take a charge. Ball gets knocked loose. Widener comes up with it and scores. 36-25.
We talked during the break of how strong Zane is. The play before this when he went in for the layup, he got bumped a couple of 3 times, never lost his balance, and scored. A lot of high school players would have got knocked off balance on that earlier layup that he made. And he is so physically strong, and coming over from football, he is such an athlete.
Pull up 3 by Lone Oak. Won't go. Off the back of the rim, soft. Widener. Rebound. One-handed pass down the floor to Emberton. And by the time Brody pulls it in, he'll have to pull up. Outside, inside to Holland. Spins, dishes to Widener, and Zane can't get that one to fall. Rebound, Lone Oak.
That tough angle on that one. He was under the basket and had to try to.
One-handed pass going the other way, and Ethan Biggs tries to take the charge. I think instead he's going to be whistled for a blocking foul, count the basket, a free throw. That one looked pretty good from our angle. That's maybe the first time tonight the defender didn't get the benefit of the call. Instead, that's on Biggs. He'll check out of the ball game. Dawson Burgess back in, a chance at the traditional 3-point play for Lone Oak. Free throw drops through, 36-28. Widener quickly across midcourt. Man-to-man by Lone Oak. Quick Lonoke draws a double team. He's going to drive, goes for the dunk. It won't go.
They ran the running jump at him, and he beat the double team and then had a path to the basket. Couldn't get the dunk to go, but it looked like Repetto with the back, no call. But
3-point.
we've seen a couple times at Pulaski Academy, he dunked in traffic. And he had one last night. We didn't broadcast it, but I saw it. And he drove down the middle of the lane, and a Lisa Academy player got out of the way. And he almost got posterized last night.
Up high to Holland, the pass from Widener. And Carter's shot can't go as he kind of, by the time he got up, he was being pushed behind, or he got behind the basket just a bit. So he ended up with a tough angle. Travel by Lonoke. Back to Clinton. 3:35 to go in the third quarter. 36-28 is the Yellow Jacket lead.
Try to settle back in here to get a good set on offense.
And Brody's pass. Going to end up, Lonoke's going to take it out of bounds. We'll reset on the sideline just below our broadcast position on the visiting side here at Yellow Jacket Arena. I'm Jeff Hall. My colleagues here. You can watch the live stream at the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. Laura O'Neill, our video engineer, Ron Robertson, is in the studio for us tonight on this Saturday night special conference game, Clinton and Lonoke.
That quick start of the second half here by Brody Emerton. Now he has 15 points, had 7 in the first half. Now they're talking to the scores table. I think maybe reset the shot clock. Did Lonoke have possession, or he just knock it out of bounds? And they're going to set the shot clock at 25, saying that the Lonoke player didn't have possession. He only knocked it out of bounds.
Inbound the ball to Widener. Man-to-man, hands it off to Emberton. Behind the three-point line, the shot up. This one won't go. High off the back of the rim. Well out on the floor. Lonoke's going to chase it down near midcourt. Clinton back to defend. Shot up off the glass. Good. 36-38. So Lonoke has cut that Yellow Jacket lead from 12 down to 6. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
A tough shot that Allen just made.
Zane on the dribble, gets inside. Defender comes up to help. Instead, I think it's going to be a foul call.
Third foul. I think it's on 0. That one went on.
Carter Holland's ready to post up again on this inbounds pass. He's got a shorter defender. They're going to toss it up high to him. He's going to tip it back to Zane Widener. Loses his footing quickly to Russ. Oh, I hope you saw that on the video camera.
Well, that was a smart basketball play. The pass was a tad short, and Carter just tipped it right back to Widener. Russ ends up getting his first basket of the game.
38-30.
Carter's got a high basketball IQ.
Pull up three. Basket good by Lonoke. 38-33. The Yellow Jacket lead down to 5. Widener across midcourt. 2:25 to go in the third quarter. Man-to-man defense by Lonoke. Emberton going to drive, get in the lane, up, elevate, and score. 2 more for Emberton in the second half. Is that 11 in the second half?
He got 10 in the second half. Did he make all 3 free throws?
He made all 3 free throws.
Okay, he's got 11. He's got 18 now in the ball game.
Lonoke for 2 inside, 40-35.
Lonoke keeps answering, though. The Yellow Jackets had an 11-point lead at one point. Now it's only 5.
Dawson Burgess for 3 from the right wing. Won't go. Rebound Lonoke. They could make it a one-possession game this time down the floor. Gus Scroggins ready to check in the ballgame. The next break in the action for Clinton. On the dribble. Ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Clinton. Scroggins in with 1:24 remaining in the third quarter. Hensley out. Inbound the ball. Trying to pass it to the high post. Free throw line knocked away. Lonoke recovers 3 defenders. Well, lots of long arms. 3-point field goal. Good. Wow, tough shot. 40-38.
With 1 second on the shot clock.
Clinton started the second half, with 11? Was it 11 straight points? Now Lonoke offensively come roaring back. They'll have a chance to tie or take the lead, this time down the floor with 1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets had as much as an 11-point lead early in this third quarter. These teams played a three-pointer back in December down in Lonoke. Looks like we have another one of those tonight.
I was thinking Lonoke probably thought that was one of those games they probably think they let that one get away from them. They should have won that game. I think probably led most of the night. Carter Holmes with a kick will reset with Lonoke, and Clinton comes and wins at the end. Kind of stole one, escaped out of there with a win. So Lonoke trying to return the favor this night at Yellow Jacket Arena.
15 seconds as they reset the shot clock on a kick ball. 35 seconds left on the game clock.
Inside, Widener defending. Good job. Offensive player kind of alters, misses. Rebound, Widener quickly down the floor into the lane, trying to kick it out to Emberton. And he's going to go over a defender and be whistled for the charge. That leaves Zane's third personal foul. 20 seconds in the third quarter. He wasn't going to shoot. He was going to get in the lane, draw the defenders. He did make the kick-out pass to the corner, but then made contact with the defender.
3 fouls now on Widener. Got 2 in the first quarter. And now 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Picks up his third one. I think Hensley will check in. We'll try to get Zane into the fourth quarter with just 3 fouls. Shot clock off, 20 seconds left. Lonoke with a chance to tie or take the lead. The Yellow Jackets had a 12-point lead at the 5:41 mark. It was 34-22. They've outscored the Yellow Jackets 16-6 since that point.
Inbound the basketball, walk it up. Jordy Emberton's ready. He'll let the Jackrabbits get it across midcourt. 10 seconds. Bounce pass, dribble to the free throw line, get down the lane, right side of the glass. Holland for the block, miss, rebound. Hensley, 3 seconds. Outlet to Holland. He'll heave at the buzzer. Off the rim. Won't go, but it's Clinton 40, Lonoke 38. Final fourth quarter, 8 minutes when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Well, Clinton led by 1 point at the half. They lead by 2 points heading into the fourth quarter, but in between, the Yellow Jackets led by 12 with 5:40 left in the third quarter. Lonoke came roaring back, and it's 40-38 as we start the final quarter.
Emberton, Jones, Burgess, Hensley, and Holland, but it looks like Zane Widener will check in at the next break in the action. 3-point attempt by Lonoke. Left-hander up and in. Good. Lonoke back in lead, 41-40. I think for the first time, I guess, since the second quarter, Lonoke with the lead. Holland on the move, trying to get the pass from Burgess, knocked out of bounds. Keep it with Clinton.
Widener checks back in, 7:25 to go. He has 3 fouls.
Dylan Jones out.
Emberton with only 2, so the Yellow Jackets are in pretty good shape. Lonoke has 1 player with 4.
Clinton's played 8 players tonight. Again, Holland's wanting to post up. He will take the pass. He wants to get in the lane, spin. He elevates over a smaller defender, but this shot won't go off the back of the rim. Rebound to Lone Oak.
Low-scoring game tonight for the Yellow Jackets because they got off that slow start, didn't score for about the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Only 40 points as we head into the fourth quarter.
Yellow Jack's doing a job of keeping Lone Oak from getting inside the lane. Shot, miss, three-point attempt, misses, knocked away again. Brody Emerton's got it. Trailing by 1, down the floor, defense in front of him, the right side, back to Hensley. He'll shoot the three, it's up and good. Russ for 3, 43-41.
Russ didn't score in the first half, but he's got 5 here in the second half. None bigger than that 3. The Jackets take the lead, 43-41.
And the bounce pass deflected off Emerton. Lone Oak recovers. And this bounce pass stolen away. I don't know if Hensley or Emerton got a hand on it first, but Clinton comes away with it. With 2-point lead, 6:05 to go in the ball game. Widener on the dribble, right, left, spins, tosses it back outside. Gets it back, it's on the baseline, picks up his dribble. Burgess fakes, get his defender to go by, kick it out on the side, wing, three-point basket, good by Emerton. His third three-pointer of the second half. 46-41.
He's got 14 in the second half.
On the dribble, two-pointer by Lone Oak. Inside, 46-43. Jackrabbits, I think, want a timeout. Let's go ahead and keep it here. 46-43. The Yellow Jacket lead. The game's gone back and forth. And maybe remind folks how important this ball game is, I get, for both teams.
Yeah, for Clinton, a win tonight would probably guarantee them no worse than third, which would put you in the regional tournament, still with a chance to, with some help, to maybe to move to second or first. Lone Oak is 1 game behind the Yellow Jackets. They'd like to tie the Yellow Jackets and, throw in a tie for third place. One team's going to get third, one's going to get fourth. The Yellow Jackets won by 3 at Lone Oak. So the tiebreaker, the first one would be point margin of victory up to 10 points. So the point margin would be pretty razor thin at only 3. And so one thing, though, I think Lone Oak still has to play Little Rock Christian. We've already played Little Rock Christian twice, and we've already played Pulaski Robinson twice. Lone Oak has played Robinson both times already. So, but a win tonight, you would have a 2-game lead over Lone Oak and the tiebreaker. You would have to lose 3 times for Lone Oak to pass you in the standings. So that's why this game is really important. And no district tournament, so this is how you guarantee your way into the regional.
Out of the timeout, Clinton 46, Lone Oak 43. 5 minutes, 40 seconds. They'll inbound the ball. It's Emerton, Widener, Holland, Hensley, and Burgess. It's a tall lineup for the Yellow Jackets. Emerton on the drive, and defender goes down. Brody's whistled for the offensive foul. The charge, and that's going to be his third personal, the team's third.
And Brody, I think we saw it earlier with Lone Oak. He led with his shoulder or the forearm and got called for the foul. Jackets need to be a little bit more patient. Just keep making that extra pass. Don't have to force it and try to score too quickly on a possession.
Three-point shot from the corner for Lone Oak. This one won't go. Widener with the rebound and the 3-point lead. 5 minutes remaining. Cross midcourt. Junior off to Emberton, the senior. Defender's going to come out. Up high to Holland inside. One defender in front, one behind. And Lone Oak whistled for the foul on the floor. 4th team foul, so a non-shooting foul.
That's his 4th foul. 0 is Repetto. That's his 4th foul. And Tucker Starks is number 1.
So Starks hit the 3s. Isn't it?
2 players now. Lone Oak with 4 fouls.
Emberton off the inbounds pass, shoots the 3, misses. Widener with the rebound. Draws a couple defenders, whips it over to Hensley in the corner. The pass from Holland. His 3-pointer long. Widener's trying to take it out of the air, and he's going to backpedal out of bounds, trying to save it. Ball goes to Lone Oak. Lead is still 3 for Clinton.
Seem a little bit out of sync on offense right now. Had a really good stretch there in that third quarter. Because Lone Oak's probably a little bit desperate now. They're going to turn up the defensive pressure.
On the right wing, Holland defending. Into the corner. On the dribble, trying to get it inside behind the basket. They will. Back behind the three-point line. High arch. Shot won't go. Rebound. Knocked away from Hensley, out of bounds. Oh, and they'll say, I guess off his hands. It belongs to Lone Oak. 4:06 to go.
I think it may have went off Russ. I'm not sure if he was hand checked pretty good down there into the basket.
Inbound the ball. Fresh shot clock for Lone Oak. They trail by 3. And two-pointer up and in.
Jeff Allen, or Brandon Allen, check that.
It's a 1-point ball game. 3:50 to go for the basketball. Bounce pass down low to Holland. Draws a second defender. Kick it back out to Burgess. Fake the 3. Drive. Split 2. Off glass. Won't go. Widener battling for it. Uh-oh. Did they whistle
Widener over
Zane
the back.
for it? And that's going to be Zane's 4th personal foul. The team's 4th with 3:37 remaining in a 1-point lead.
Jackets need a spark.
Into the corner. Inside. Maybe another offensive foul coming. That one goes against Lone Oak.
And that was leading with the shoulder again. I think other than that, they might have called a block, but he turned and drove the shoulder into him. And that's Brandon Allen's 3rd foul.
3:15 remaining. Clinton 46, Lone Oak 45. Widener inside to Burgess. Good catch, spin, and score. Dawson for 2. A 3-point lead.
Nice cut into the lane. Good recognition by Widener to get it to him. Jackets by 3.
Defense drive the lane. Off the glass, won't go. Zane with a rebound.
And if you're watching on TV, you saw Widener had to get out of the way there with those 4 fouls. Smart play by Zane.
Could have gone either way. Defensive blocking foul. Zane's on the dribble in front of the Clinton bench. And maybe the defender was moving. It just looked a little bit because Zane kind of lowered a little bit, kind of his momentum.
I think the difference on that one is the defender was already in Widener's space. On the other lead fouls that we've seen with the shoulder, there's been like a step and then into him. That defender was already in Widener's grill. Team foul number 6 on Lone Oak. Yellow Jackets having a hard time scoring. Maybe they can get to the free throw line.
2:43 remaining. Clinton 48, Lone Oak 45. It was a 3-point ball game the first 2 times these squads met at Lone Oak.
62-59 the first time. A little bit lower scoring this time.
Up high to Burgess. The pass from Widener. And Lone Oak whistled for the fouls. They kind of come in and take it away. 7th team foul, so it should be a 1-on-1 opportunity.
And that's Allen's 4th foul, one of their top offensive players. Dawson Burgess goes to the line. He's 1 for 2 tonight.
So fouls going to play a role here down the stretch in this one. As Burgess gets the first free throw, it'll lead to 4. He'll have a second.
3 Lone Oak players now with 4 fouls.
Dylan Jones in, Zane Widener out.
Smart play by Coach Smith. He gets Widener out on defense with 2:38 left. You know, with the next dead ball, he'll be coming back in for offense.
Talking to Cody McKnight. Getting a water bottle on the bench there. And just as you said, play gets back to action. Coach says, Zane, go get ready to check in. We'll anticipate having the ball offensively the next time stop in the action.
Dylan Jones now in the back of that 1-3-1 zone.
Bounce pass. A lot of traffic. Pick it up. Can't get a shot. Quickly down low on the block. Shot up. A miss, but a foul called. And 2 free throws upcoming for Lone Oak. Stops the clock at 2:17. Clinton 49, Lone Oak 45.
Rapizzo to the line. He's 1 for 1 tonight. He's got 13 points on the night. Left-handed shooter.
It's up and in. Here comes Zane Widener. Dylan Jones out. 49-46. And the second. 49-47.
Every possession is important now. You want to come down, make sure you get a high percentage shot or get to the free throw line. You're in the bonus situation.
Widener picks up his dribble. Over to Emberton. Georgia's the leading scorer in the second half. Bounce pass, Holland to Burgess inside. Defenders collapse. They get it to Widener. Zane will put it off the glass. Won't go. Trying to get his own rebound. A follow misses. It's loose. And Lono comes up with it.
Boy, tough one there. Yellow Jackets had 2 point blank shots at it. Couldn't get it to go.
Lono will have a chance to tie or take the lead. This time down the floor. Minute 45 remaining. 49-47. 1-3-1 zone defense. Emberton at the top. Burgess comes up. Lono wants a timeout. We'll take the break. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, this is going right down to the wire. 1:41 left. Clinton leads 49-47. Lonoke has the basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead. Lonoke with 3 players with 4 fouls. Zane Widener has 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Shot clock at 23. Game clock at 1:41.
Inbound the ball. Emberton pushing out near the midcourt circle. Bounce pass down low inside. Too low. Gets loose. Lonoke recovers. Shot up. Won't go. Battling for the rebound. Lonoke with putback. It won't go. Holland off his hands, saves it.
Oh,
fantastic play by Carter Holland. The ball's going out of bounds. He saves it in off a jackrabbit player. Then it goes out of bounds. What effort by Carter Holland.
What a great hustle play by Carter Holland. Diving on his knees, saves it off of Allen of Lonoke and out of bounds, and the Jackets have it and a 2-point lead. Great hustle by the Yellow Jackets.
Widener on the left side, below our broadcast position, picks up his dribble. Over to the right side to Hensley. Pass to Holland, gets by one defender. He's going to dribble down the baseline, pulls up in front of a second defender, off the glass, good. Defense, offense for Carter Holland, 51-47.
He's doing it on both ends. I love to see that shot off the glass. Jackets with a 2-possession lead. They have a foul to give.
Under a minute to play. In the corner, bounce pass, the soft spot on the baseline, picks it up, hands it off. Inside ball gets loose. Lonoke recovers. Back behind the 3-point line. Lefty, shot won't go. Long off the back rim. Burgess has it. 40 seconds, clears. Widener's got it. Over to Holland across midcourt. Couple of players going to come up. They will commit the foul near midcourt. It'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Carter Holland. 33 seconds to go and a 4-point lead.
Well, Carter shot a lot of free throws tonight. He's 5 out of 8. Jackets with a 2-possession lead now, 33 seconds left. Jackets with only 5 team fouls. They do have 1 to give.
And Carter makes the first. Carter doesn't hesitate. He's got his form down with a free throw shot.
Yeah, he don't waste any time.
Think about it. It's up and in. There it is. Both free throws. 6 points, 33 seconds.
He's got 15, and the Jackets lead by 6. You want to guard the 3 now more than you want to guard the 2.
Into the corner. Good 3-point look there. It's up just short off the rim. Long rebound. Widener's got it. Turns it into a 3-on-1 to Brody. Emberton defense trying to catch up. He up and in. That may do it. 55-47. 12 seconds. Clock running. Lonoke with it. Into the corner. The 3's up. Won't go. Out of bounds. 5 seconds. Clinton's going to win the ball game. 55-47. They'll have to inbound it one more time. and the margin will be 8. Clinton gets the win, 55-47.
What a finish, a flurry in the third quarter and a flurry in the final 2 minutes. The Jackets win 55-47 and a huge win. I just may have punched their ticket to the regional tournament with this win tonight over Lone Oak, and what a great effort. They didn't probably shoot as well tonight as they normally do, but they definitely had an incredible effort tonight, and it paid off. No bigger than Carter Holland's save of a ball under the basket off a Lone Oak player late in the ball game, and then he goes down and hits these free throws. But tremendous hustle tonight. You know, sometimes you don't play as well some nights, but you just outwork them, and that's what happened tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Jackets win 55-47.
The players will circle up at midcourt for a post-game prayer together, along with the cheerleaders. And there it is. We'll step away for just a moment. We'll add up some final numbers, and when we return, we'll name the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Adventure awaits, and with the all-new lineup of Chevrolets, those adventures can become reality. Joe Lee Chevrolet has the best lineup of cars, SUVs, and trucks ever. Why go from A to B when imagination can take you everywhere? And remember, when you need service work, Joe Lee's service department can keep your Chevrolet running like new. Make your best deal today at Joe Lee Chevrolet in Clinton. Find new roads in your new Chevy vehicle. Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Life is better with basketball and with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to assist with your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security banking center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Hi, I'm Joey Dobbs with State Farm Insurance here in Clinton. We are proud to support Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports, and we're here to support you on and off the field. For surprisingly great rates on auto, home, life, and supplemental health insurance, stop by today. We're located just off of Highway 65 before the Little Red River next to H&R Block. Give us a call at 745-6323 or visit our website at calljoeydobbs.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Woo, a long night of basketball is a long day of basketball. It started here at 9 o'clock this morning, and it went all day long with a seventh grade tournament, but topped it off tonight with make-up conference games with Lone Oak, and they were a couple of good ones. Lady Yellow Jackets win extend their winning streak to 9 games
out
in a
with us
row.
for a
They won
minute.
78-37 over Lone Oak tonight, and they're now 18-6 on the season. And the game had just completed. It was a really good ball game. The Yellow Jackets come back to win tonight. They trailed 11-7 at the end of the first quarter, led 23-22 at the half. Went 5 minutes in the start of the ball game without scoring, but they led 23-22 at the half. Had a spurt in the third quarter and ran out to a 34-22 lead. Looked like they were set and ready to roll, and Lone Oak would not go away. And Lone Oak came back, cut it within 2. It was 40-38 going into the final quarter. Lone Oak took the lead at the 7:33 mark of the fourth quarter. It was 41-40, but then the Yellow Jackets retook the lead, led 46-43 with 5:41 left, led 49-47 with 1:41 left, and then Carter Holland with a great defensive play down here on the Lone Oak end of the court, on his knees, diving out of bounds, saved the ball off of Brandon Allen of Lone Oak, giving the Yellow Jackets an extra possession, and then the Yellow Jackets had a great spurt in the final minute and a half, and they win this one by 8, 55-47. A hard-fought victory tonight for the Yellow Jackets. Probably didn't shoot as well as they normally do, but they they found a way to win. They played hard on defense. They rebounded, and they get the win tonight, and probably more than likely have punched their ticket to the regional tournament. Still with a chance maybe to move on up, maybe to second or first, and so who knows? Just got to keep winning. Scoring tonight for Lone Oak, Latrell Burnett had 2 points on the night. Mason Ford, 3 points, or check that, 4 points for Lone Oak. Brandon Allen with 11 points on the night, had a 3-point basket. Wyatt Repetto, he had a couple of threes tonight, ended up with 14 points. And then Tucker Starks, just like he did down at Lone Oak, he shot a couple of threes in the first half and made them, and then kind of went cold in the second half. He finished with 11 points, including 3 3-point baskets. For the Yellow Jackets, Dawson Burgess off the bench. He scores 4 points tonight. Russ Hensley didn't score in the first half, but he got 5 big points when they needed them in the second half. Carter Holland, 15 points on the night. 11 of those came in the first half, but 2 big free throws to ice the game away there in the final minute. Brody Emberton on the night. He'll end up as the Yellow Jackets' leading scorer. He scored 23 tonight, only had 7 in the first half, 16 in the second half, including 3 3-point baskets, and got fouled on a three-pointer, went to the line and hit all 3 free throws. And Zane Widener, who sat for most of the first half in foul trouble, he finished the night with 8 points. Yellow Jackets were 15 of 20 from the free throw line, and they had 4 3-pointers in the game tonight. Clinton is now 16-9 on the season, 9-3 in conference play. They're in third place, 1 game out of second, and they will be back here Tuesday night as they'll take on Pulaski Academy. Lone Oak falls to 12-11, 7-6 in conference play, and they are in 4th place. And if Little Rock Hall, I don't know if they played tonight or not, but they're 1 game ahead of Little Rock Hall. So it's Lone Oak and Hall playing for 1 final playoff spot, looks like. And Lone Oak came in tonight with a 1-game lead over Hall. And so the Yellow Jackets, good win tonight. Back in action here Tuesday night against Pulaski Academy. And I think our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game, and we talked during the break, would be
Carter Holland. What a fantastic night. Defensively, offensively, I think there was a stretch in the first half. He may have scored 8 straight points for the Yellow Jackets. Brody Emberton had those 9 straight points to start the second half. But Carter just showcased it all tonight on both ends of the floor and effort tonight, and just fantastic. I mean, it takes a team to win to have a 3-point margin and getting down to the final minutes and win it at the end like that. But
there were 2 plays that really stick out. One was the save, which was incredible. But there was another play that I think in the third quarter, maybe early in the fourth quarter, he made a turnover on a bad pass here, and he got back down the floor and blocked the shot and stopped a basket. A lot of players would make a turnover and get down on themselves and not hustle back. I think that's a great basketball play right there, and that shows the character and the hustle of Carter Holland. But to make a turnover and then get back down the floor and make the defensive play to stop a layup, I think those 2 plays really characterize Carter Holland and how he plays basketball.
He's a 10th grader that seems to play well beyond his years, and he's fun to watch. Does a good job helping his teammates tonight to the victory, and excited for that. Hey, come here, Jory. Jory Azabi tonight. We pulled him.
Jory's making his broadcast debut.
Hey, Jory gets to hang out with us sometimes after football games and some places like that, and hopefully we can work him in sometimes. It might have been doing stats tonight, but I think they got to get him some upgrade on some new equipment. But doing okay, Jory?
I am.
Yeah. What'd you think about the game tonight?
It was close, and then just got ahead.
At the end, yep. The girls' game. Did you get to see much of it?
Didn't get to see a lot of that one.
Kind of big win. I think that we kind of knew that was what should happen in that ball game. So the girls did a good job. Big crowd tonight. Was it after being